Cool.
Stream is going. Welcome to Exalted. This is one of the session zeros, maybe 0.1, because there may need to be a few more after this. I don't know yet. This will be the new game we are playing. Out of the Abyss has finished. So
Finish the
what?
campaign.
Yep. So what we are going to do is discuss what kind of mini campaign we wish to play. Some options being emulating some Western movies. There's other movies that have similar plots, like defend a town, and then something happens, and now the attacks don't stop, so you have to go on the offensive to make sure the attacks stop. Or explore a place, and when you find what you want, what you are looking for, you end up releasing something even worse that you then have to deal with.
A very
Ooh.
good heroic plot there.
Yeah, they sound fun. You know, you gotta love unleashing ancient evils and then having to punch them in the face.
I've had a few games that did that.
So does anybody have a preference?
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Ooh,
Wow.
so we're in a race to get the thing from no Temple of Doom. You're not really in a race for it. It's you're trying to uncover the hidden cult and destroy it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also the farmlands with the weird Shankara stones. And if we want to work in the action scene, which has no relevance to the plot whatsoever, but is in the beginning, just to show off the cool characters and run away in the plane, I'm impartial to that as well.
just hard parody it. I mean, yeah, uncovering a cult. That's a classic thing. Seems like there's plenty of room for weird magic stuff. I mean, it could be like breaking into a domain or something like this. And this
Hey,
trying
man.
to against the.
I can work with this.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
A good cult is always interesting.
I mean, so it could be our circle is just like relic hunting type of thing. We're trying to find all the old relics of the Solar Exalted. Because we want super powerful weapons and domains and stuff like that. So we have some initial sequence. We're doing some low stakes stuff, and then we stumble into something that's way bigger than we thought it was, and have to punch our way out.
The size of that thing.
All right.
Interesting.
Well,
did you guys have any character ideas that you guys were thinking about?
I'm short round.
what does that mean here? What are you doing a short round of the game?
I don't even know.
I was just gonna be sort of like a quirky character that knows karate for some reason, definitely doesn't have any racial ties, and you know.
You want to be kind of just like socially kind of a background character, but really good at karate but extremely good at punching people.
Yeah, and like comes in clutch in really key situations.
So it was your idea, but you don't actually want to play Indiana Jones. You want to play short round.
Heck
which is
no.
amazing.
Indiana Jones is the worst character in those movies. It's always like some side character that's the best. Like in the first one, it's the monkey.
Okay. So
the
that
monkey
really
is
leaves,
really cool.
So Scaly, that really leaves us with two roles. We need the adventurer and we need the scholar.
And the pretty women. Don't forget about that.
I do have a character idea for the pretty woman. Thank you. A dancer of sorts, which she's a performer.
Okay, but I mean, like more. What I'm saying is like we need someone who's going to be saying, "Hey, we should go do the dangerous route," and then we should do someone who says, "No, we need more information first. We need those two people."
So basically, what we need to do is we need to separate some of Indiana Jones's roles into like two characters, because the problem with those movies is that the dorky explorer guy who's like the actual intelligent guy, yeah, he's just an idiot. And they gave all of his stuff to Indiana Jones, who also is really good at action. So we have to like separate those two, or like do something like that.
Mm-hmm. So we need like a. I mean, I hate to say it, but we need an Obzam and an Anthera. But
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
not quite. Obzam was also a giant nerd,
True.
but
We have to switch
but
up
he
the party
also
dynamics a little.
really liked just charging straight at Battle Wars.
I'm thinking like we either have some gung ho, like
Oh.
novelist person who's like, just along for the ride and super into anime or something or whatever, genre. It's like, wow, that's so cool. But like secretly they're super smart and like, just along for the knowledge or whatever. And then, I don't know what the like stereotypes are for like super badass, whatever, but that's not really that hard to make up. There's a million of those.
So
Okay.
as
Actually, what
far
we
as
should
the
do.
casts go, there is handouts. There's character creation summary 1 and 2. The casts start at the bottom of summary 1 and extend into summary 2, and they give you kind of a breakdown of their expected role and or tropes.
Oh, perfect. Is this in the core rulebook then?
Yeah, it's in
Yeah,
the rulebook, but on the Roll20 down there, there's 2 handouts.
Oh, okay, got it.
those which are just like a couple pages taken from the
Oh,
core.
I see. Yep.
Also, actually, no. I'm thinking the way we need to do this. There are four virtues. So what we should do is we each pick one virtue that we're going to have higher than the others. Which they've got
I see.
compassion, conviction, temperance, and valor.
What
So I
would
think
your
just.
round be?
Okay. Let me check these. I mean, conviction is like how easily you can endure hardship or inflict suffering on others. You persevere against adversity and take draconian measures to achieve important goals. That feels like right for how Alex was describing it.
Yeah, I feel like the only one that I can for sure say that my characters usually have is Valor, although I'm usually more of like neutral evil or chaotic evil Valor, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I don't know.
Well, valor in this actually. So like if you've got high valor, then what that means is like if there's a really dangerous challenge ahead, then you just like you can't say no. Like you gotta test yourself against it.
Yeah. That's exactly like,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. You get valor. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
But short round is definitely more heroic valor than he is evil valor.
Oh, yeah. No. I have to like play a much nicer character this time around, so. Like, yeah, guys, let's do it. Woo! Like,
That's funny.
Okay.
sort of annoyingly positive character.
So your primary virtue, I mean, we're going out of order here, but your primary
Okay.
virtue should inform your motivation. Everybody should have a pretty much epic motivation, not something minor, but something that you can work towards. If it's like slay all of the dragon blooded in your hometown, that's kind of epic-ish. And
But
your virtue should inform
sounds
that.
it sounds like more like a step in that direction, but maybe not the full kind of thing.
Right.
Your motivation should be like topple the dragon blooded empire, and then
Yeah. Their example is if your motivation is to slay every member of the dragon blooded, you should have a high conviction and not a high compassion.
Mm-hmm.
Because with a high compassion, you're forgiving people and you don't want to kill everybody. And then also with virtues, everybody gets a flaw tied to their primary virtue.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, valor flaw. Where is it here? One of them.
Flaws are like berserk anger.
Yeah.
Foolhardy contempt. You know no fear and place yourself in the forefront of battle thoughtlessly.
That could be close to what I'm imagining. Are there any others?
There's also Berserk Anger. Out of control, the character attacks anything that moves. If it runs, he hunts and slays it. Starts the nearest hostile target, and after all hostiles are dead, continues until he is dead.
Not
So
quite.
much. It's a little much for short round.
Yeah. I mean, like the flaw isn't like constantly. To be clear, like the flaw is not like what this is this is a curse on all the Solar Exalted that's been around for like primordial. It's what toppled their original empires. That someone put this curse on them, so they all got these flaws. So it's always something like a bit too extreme, and it's kind of something you have to try to resist sometimes.
Yeah, it's only
cool,
triggered
cool
in like certain circumstances. It's not on all the time, basically.
Yeah. I feel like I could kind of see my character like getting lost in the action a little bit. That could be pretty fun.
Thoughtlessly challenge enemies to single combat, volunteers for all dangerous missions, and won't retreat under any circumstances.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
Okay. Yeah,
funny situations with that.
And with Valor as your primary virtue, things that have to happen. If somebody challenges you to a duel of honor, you have to fail a vigor roll in order to turn it down.
Okay.
Somebody challenges you to single combat, you have to fail a valor roll, right?
Okay.
To flee in battle, you have to fail you roll a number of dice equal to your primary virtue, and any successes means you cannot act against your virtue.
Got it. So this is definitely a little different than short round, but it's taking some of the qualities, I think. Like I have to mod the character a little bit.
Yeah, it's not going to be exact, obviously.
Oh yeah, Scaly, did you have an idea? Like you got your dancer character concept. What do you think? What do you think their primary virtue is?
Oof. Let's see here.
Are they compassionate, or are they conviction? Do they driven to accomplish goals? Or
yeah, I don't. It would be compassionate. Conviction, maybe. Let's see.
Prince.
Let's see. Wait, what would conviction be technically? Like their
The flaws there are.
I see the flaws. I meant more like a in general attitude.
It measures how easily you can endure hardship or inflict suffering upon others.
I think conviction is kind of like seems like the one of these where it's like whatever your motivation is, it's something that you aren't going to that you're much less likely to compromise in other characters. Like you got the valorous guy. He's got this goal, but also if there's a really cool fight, he might get distracted for a while. He might be less devoted to his particular motivation. But the convicted character isn't going to let things like that slow them down.
Compassion measures a character's caring for others, how moved they are by injustice and suffering.
Yep. I had two character concepts. One was a doctor, which compassion was absolutely going to work for that. And the other one was the dancer, which I think conviction works.
Okay.
See, I have two character concepts. See, I've been playing around with a lot of character ideas. So because I didn't know what you guys would make, so I was like, let's throw out a few ideas here. Let me see what I like. So either one of them I like. So
Okay. So the question is, do I want temperance for the just absolute calm or compassion? I feel like I got to go with compassion. Just it seems like the more active of the two.
temperance is like I think the hardest one because like isn't that the one where you have to like break away from everybody? Sort of.
You kind of just like become ascetic. Stop giving a shit. Give away your stuff. And not have emotions, or I guess the other flaw is like contempt of the virtuous. Like you look down on everybody around you for all their debauchery and whatever weaknesses they have.
Got it.
Or there's overindulgence in there where you just go sex, drugs, and rock and roll when your flaw manifests. But I don't know. Yeah, that one seems weird. I'll just go with compassion. Okay. So you've got like a dancer. So I'm assuming you're going for a very social character. I'm taking it.
Yeah, it could be. I have a couple different ways I could have created her, like full combat, a little combat, a little social, that sort of thing. So.
Okay. I'm assuming, Alex, you're going like full combat, maybe Dawncast. They are
Hmm.
like the fight people cast, but you can, I mean, any of the cast can do fighting. They just do it a little bit differently.
Yeah. So like that was the interesting thing is like it's like filling in the casts. Yeah, mine could obviously be Dawn if I went full combat, which I can.
Okay,
Yeah,
this
Zenith.
sounds a little weird, but I was almost thinking that my character shouldn't be as good at combat. I
Or
feel like
Zenith.
my character thinks they partially are, but like, maybe they're not completely incompetent, but I don't know. I just feel
Are
like it
they
makes the
are they
character
more like
more
the
interesting.
stealth character?
And okay, that's the question. Like, what other role is there?
Let's see. I mean, there's.
If you look at the character sheet on the statistics tab, each cast has their 5 primary abilities that they are associated with.
Got it. Okay.
Right. So
Zenith
like
cast might be interesting. Like what they get is they get they're really good at fighting creatures of darkness specifically. Is like evil spirits and undead and things like that. They just burn with holy fire and they just get to do cleric shit to them.
yeah, so if you pull up the character sheet, you'll
Um,
see like under ability, you'll see a whole row that's been or grouping that's been check marked. That's like their abilities, basically. You would always get those
Yeah.
abilities. The others are like you get to pick and choose from, but those are their abilities.
Okay.
So
Basically, when you are advancing your cast abilities, it's a little cheaper. And everybody can also select 5 other abilities from outside that you are also favored in, and those are a little cheaper to
right,
train
so
up.
like obviously, like even if you're not picking the Dawn, you would pick up whatever combat thing is your sort of specialty, and you that would fit in there, right? So like it's not like you're terrible at fighting, you're just because you don't have Dawn. So but yeah, so you've got the social stuff. I think what
Mostly Eclipse.
yeah, mostly Eclipse, a little bit of Zenith if I'm doing like performance and things like that could fit in with that dancer as well. So yeah.
Night
Okay, so I mean,
So
is
I guess
more the stealthy larcenist type. Twilight is the investigative and crafting type.
and spellcasters if you want them, but they're a little weird.
That look the most interesting are Twilight, although I'm not quite yet sure how that makes any sense. Zenith also does look like it would fit pretty well.
A
I
little
mean,
bit
Zenith,
survival.
yeah,
that's
Zenith
that's
work
what
is
he
just
does.
kind of being very very tough and survive. Yeah, yeah, they get like survival and resistance in their list of things like that. So if you want to be like an explorer type of guy besides the like, we're probably all going to have some combat and some other things. So it's kind of
Correct. Yeah.
like,
You would have something
Yeah.
to fight with, right? But yeah, if it
but
would be
yeah, I
like
guess what
which
what
which
utility do you want to have?
yeah, which section has more abilities that you like is really what you're going into, right? Like which one has the like if you're going to pick like especially you're going to focus on like 2 or 3 of the abilities in that one section.
Who's got a
Okay, I
robot
really like
talking in
the
the
idea of
background?
like a MacGyver type. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't know what that noise was. I was like, wait, am
Uh,
I
I was
echoing? What
hoping
is
my
this?
headphones would mute it. Okay, it should be better now.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Twilight. I'm gonna try to combine MacGyver and Short Round and do something with that. Because Twilight
Okay.
gets access to
Ooh,
craft.
okay.
Okay.
Do the making stuff and
So you're basically merging Indiana Jones's smartness with short round. Good job. I like it. He's the intelligent
Uh,
one because you're gonna
yeah,
have a
except for Indiana Jones's smartness is usually like in battle tactics. I feel like this character is more like
mm-mm.
like
No,
like
he's
a
a professor
support
at a
character
school.
that
Like
like
it's
sticks
lore.
dynamite in a chicken and I don't
No,
know, something
he's a
like that.
professor at a school. He has lore and a cult and things like that. That would all fit in with Indiana Jones. He's got all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So like yeah, I mean during fighting and stuff, sure he's got battle tactics, but I'm saying like he's a literally a professor at a school. Like that definitely fits in right there.
Oh, you're talking about Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, you're combining Short Round with Indiana Jones. You're just describing like you're putting his intelligence at least into your character, which is cool. It's a perfect
And
combination.
Okay, cool.
yeah, and the Eclipse cast ability is just to be better. Is just to be good at not taking damage. Just they get hit and they don't get hurt so bad, which is just
mean-
I mean it's just universally
he
great.
said Twilight, right? You're doing Twilight?
Yeah,
Yeah, Twilight. Yeah, that's the Twilight ability. The Twilight ability is when you
Okay,
get
you
punched,
said
you don't take
Eclipse,
as much
which I
damage.
thought was confusing. I was like, wait,
I
hold on.
lied. Never mind. All right. Okay.
Cool.
And
I'm writing this all down
you
here.
have you have an idea on cast, Scaly?
Uh, let's see. I could do Dawn or Eclipse, I suppose, because obviously I'm pulling performance because that's a dancer, but I don't know if I need any. It probably depends on how my defense I want to be, because obviously if I'm not doing armor for my dancer, I probably either need to go the melee sort of parry options because I know they do a lot of parrying, or the resistance options of like absorbing damage and things like that. I haven't really decided on that one, but ooh, as far as that goes, because I could go Zenith, you know what I mean, as my primary, and then just pick out of socialize and things like that. Let's see. Wait, hold on a second. Let me check. What are the what's the Zenith ability again?
They get like fight undead better. Creatures of darkness.
Oh, okay, right. Oh,
The-
I see. So they would fight undead better. Interesting. But do you have a preference for yours?
I'm thinking either dawn or night. Either big violence or sneaky violence.
See, look, we're either way, we're both stepping on each other's toes, so it works out, doesn't it? Because yeah, I'm probably, although I'm probably pulling melee from Dawn. I don't think I need any of those.
No, I mean,
others.
Like Dawncast kind of feels a bit overloaded. It's just like you don't actually want 5 different combat skills.
Yeah, like I feel like Dawn is a little weird. It's like why do you need that many skills? It's just such a like
you don't need to put something in everything.
Really don't.
No, I don't mean that.
No.
But it feels like it's like, let me put it this way. When I was looking at this, I was thinking, where would I at least use 2, if not more, of these skills? And as far as like where would I put at least 2 points in and 2 or more of these skills? And it's like Dawn is that one where it's like, in most cases, most builds likely only use 1, no matter what you're doing. Maybe war. War would be the only exception where, depending on the type of campaign you have, war would be important, right? But otherwise, most builds are likely going to only choose archery or martial arts or melee or thrown, right? You're likely not to build something with all, either 2 or 3 of those, right? You could. I mean, I could probably do it, maybe, but it'd probably be a very weird design.
They do have a really great anima effect, though. If you just want to get in a fight, then
oh yeah, they do, right? But they're also the most blatant, like.
Yeah, they're the least subtle of all of these.
Yeah, like
which I mean, it seemed. I think we've had enough time with Obzam. Let's skip the Dawncast and have some subtlety in the party, or at least the possibility thereof.
Yeah, like my character is not technically subtle. She's a dancer. She's going to be out in the open, but she's not going to be showing off like glowing.
It's very, very different. Being hidden and being the sun.
Yeah, yeah. I think Eclipse is interesting because you have socialize in there, which obviously would be important for social characters. But then you have sail and ride. Linguistics, I suppose. I'm not sure how. Are there a lot of language issues?
Everything else. That's their skill list.
Wait, what?
They get the things that didn't fit in the others.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like Eclipse just got stuck with a lot of things that they weren't sure where to put. It was like, oh, okay, like cool. I got ride and sail and sure, like okay. Bureaucracy, that kind of okay, I don't know how common linguistics is an issue. Like, is how many languages there are and how that fits into things. And I know that's not all of linguistics, right?
I mean, if
Is
we're
it?
dealing with a cult, they probably will have some secret language we'll need to figure out. What might come up.
There's that.
All right. I think I'm just going to go with Knight.
Yeah,
Knight
because
cast.
for me, I like performance. Integrity is actually not bad either.
No,
And
no.
presence. I feel like Zenith feels much more for the dancer, and then I will just dip into like socialize and maybe a little bit of bureaucracy or something. Like I don't mind picking out of those. But I feel like I would use more of the Zenith skills as a whole. Between resistance, it also means I don't have to focus on the parrying part of melee if I do resistance. So I'm just absorbing damage. So a little tricky. Combat's a little weird.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I think I'm going Zenith. I feel like that's the better option for me at the moment, and I'll just tag a little bit into Eclipse. Probably is what I'll probably end up going with. See, there we go. Look, we've got our ideas.
We've got Oh yeah, step 1, character concept. Choose concept, cast, and motivation.
Motivation. That's interesting for the dancer. The backgrounds I've been kind of like playing around with, and I feel like, what kind of motivations would there be? Probably because it's the lore itself is so foreign to me, so it's a little difficult to try to figure out where the motivate. I know like the dragon kingdoms or whatever is sort of overruling everything right now, and everybody hates us. I kind of get that idea. What other kind
Part
of
of it
stuff would
could be redeeming the Solar Exalted, right? They have a bad reputation everywhere. So
That's a good point.
clearing their reputation could be a motivation, and it would be a pretty epic motivation. And it's also something that you can step to one person, one village, one city at a time type of thing.
Hmm. That
It could also be something like like discovering ancient secrets, like the whole solar empire collapsed and there's all their stuff, got
mhm.
buried or taken over.
Figure
Um,
out why the prison entrapment thing happened. Could be
Mhm.
one of
there's
them.
also like build if you want to build your own kingdom or something like that, then getting the resources to do that.
One of the
Uh,
examples is also redeeming an Abyssal Exalted, which was formerly a Solar Exalted that was killed, and during the imprisonment, their soul was instead sent to the underworld, and they became an Abyssal Exalted. So it could be trying to redeem them either by killing them again so that they could be reborn as a Solar, or just turning them.
Hmm.
Now, it's probably more of a niche, but if that's part of a motivation, I might be able to work something like that into
ooh,
it too.
I mean, you got a cult. You know who you got to have leading a cult? Abyssal Exalted. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, you have an idea for your motivation, Alex?
Not really.
Hmm. Where's the list of examples they had for that?
Okay, yeah. So very, very. Okay. That's right. I remember reading this one. The Zenith ones were also like the sort of like almost religious ones in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
All
Like
right, I
it's
got a
a
list here. I'm pulling up.
former priest
Motivations
and
start on
shaman.
page 88.
Idiot.
8. Ah, yeah, there. What if my motivation isn't epic enough?
So it just sort of describes them, but not necessarily. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Make a
it gives
lasting peace
examples.
between the fair folks and all the inhabitants
Yeah.
of creation. Become widely acclaimed as the best thief, musician, assassin, or diplomat in all of creation.
All of creation. I love that.
Basically, a lot of these are like normal goals a character might have, and then they add in all creation at the end.
Yeah.
Just,
Creation is the world.
Yep. Like, yeah, your goal should be like the world will be different when I'm done with it. That's what they're trying to tell you.
Okay, so this is like right at the beginning of the anime when the super angsty characters like screaming around that they're gonna do some crazy thing, and everyone's like, "Yeah, right."
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You see, we're solar exalted. Everyone is like that.
It's like
I like
I
my
want to
characters
become
that types in
the
haiku.
60 billion double dollar man.
Okay.
Normal
Vash the
people don't get
Stampede
to be solar
already.
exalted.
Yeah, Vash the Stampede started having made his motivation, and his motivation was to not become so known.
And so someone's motivation is to be the least known person in the world. In all of creation, no one knows me. That's the motivation. It sounds like a knight motivation, just staying out of the awareness of everybody.
Yeah, and he
Like,
starts
am I
off as
supposed
one
to
of the
create
most
this
known people.
before knowing the story or after?
Before, so I think he
Before,
kind of
okay.
builds the story a little bit around our
Okay.
motivations.
Yeah,
Alright.
I mean, like
Yeah.
if your motivation is to find the most powerful artifact in all of creation, then that
That's
would work
that's
perfectly
what
with us
we're
being
working
treasure hunters.
towards. Yeah, that's going to be involved in that because I think the trickier part is trying to create a story that would involve all of our motivations and stuff, and that's why coming up with these now helps them out. So, but they're not too hard to combine because they're so
Okay.
epic.
My
So.
character's main motivation, and we can work on expanding this, is to solve problems through non-violent means. So my character hates violence.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not a motivation that'll help you, though.
Okay. Hear me out. End wars in all of creation.
That is better.
We need to find a way to put an end to war.
Got it. Okay.
right. So, like, for
Put an
you,
end to like. Can we add like murder and like make it even more unrealistic? Like thievery,
oh,
just the whole Ten
so,
Commandments in there.
We need to defeat
so you have
death
peace to the
itself.
whole world. Is that the idea? Oh, everybody's peaceful.
What
No,
was-
not defeat death, but like no war, no killing. I don't know.
Which
No
virtue did you
thievery.
go with?
Valor.
Twilight, right?
Valor.
Virtue, valor. Yeah,
Are you sure you don't want to switch that to compassion? This sounds like compassion.
yeah. It absolutely sounds like compassion.
That is
Because
much closer
valor
to
is
what I just
definitely much
described.
more warlike. I don't know if valor
Yeah.
works with you.
There was also one of these suggestion ones is protect the inhabitants of my nation from harm. Which
Yeah. Yeah. So my thought was, I know we didn't go over the areas or anything like that, but I was thinking my character would be from the south, which from my read is basically under control by the dragons, basically, right? By the dragon people. It's like they're basically like.
I mean, I think
The central continent is.
And everything else is tangentially. Like there's going to be a governor and an army,
Okay,
but which may have.
How's this for like a solution? My character seeks to find a solution to keep people from murdering each other. Like something like that. Like not war, just like my character doesn't want people to kill each other.
I wonder if.
Okay, so like
globally.
How okay? What steps would you take for that? Like I feel like there's one of those things.
Find some gimmicky magic artifact that does something. I don't know, something like that.
That basically turns murderers into happy-go-lucky people who will never kill again.
Let me see. What would be an anime solution to this?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like
Okay.
there. You know,
I guess.
and plus there was like the problem with this is like it feels like there's no steps. Like what is the minor steps in between?
See, I'm wondering if it's just like, one way to look at this idea is like in the ancient legends of the solar exalted type thing, like there used to be the perfect solar empire, which celestial all exalted an empire that ruled over all the world. There's one empire that kept everyone safe and governed wisely in the ancient days, and then it collapsed with all the vices and things like that toppled it, and the dragon blood took over and killed everyone. It killed all the solar exalted that were left. And so it's like, what if your idea is something like, we need to go back to that great mythic empire that existed in the past, where there was good governance and the people were taken care of, and so there was no need for conflict.
That's pretty good. Okay. Basically, let me just my goal is basically I want to make an action hero like MacGyver that like has a no killing rule. So I guess you could also say like Batman. That's like what I'm going for. But you guys wanted to make it epic, so like, that's where the tricky part gets.
you can okay, so
okay, I mean, you want
the
MacGyver,
because one of these is more like a combat sort of situation where you're basically don't like violence and you're trying to avoid it, and the other is you're trying to connect your ultimate goal to that, and I don't know if it's fitting quite
Should
well.
they just be separate then?
Like the pacifism,
they
I think
separate.
honestly the pacifism thing, like no killing rule, that just sounds like you have a high compassion virtue.
Yeah,
that's just like what drives you is like the idea of ending a life disturbs you. But then there's probably like a different goal that is more overarching. Like, I mean, one of the suggestions is make a lasting peace between the fair folk and the inhabitants of creation.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that. I think that's probably like closest to what that would be.
Okay, so you're like, looking at the world has these otherworldly forces, and we need to find a way to make peace with that.
Oh,
sure.
Okay.
That'd be the opposite of me, who just wants to beat them up and kill them. Okay, got it.
Wait, what's your
very interesting? Hey, map.
It's a map. It's probably more detailed than it needs to be because I found it online, and it's got a whole bunch of stuff that's not in the map in the core rulebook. But one key thing about it is each little square is 100 miles.
That's a lot.
Whoa. Holy, this is huge.
Yep, it's a massive map.
World big. All right. Again, like theoretically, like each of these continents is like has a different elemental aspecting.
Yeah, the central island is Earth aspected. That is where the Scarlet Empress resides. In fact, where's the town is Scarlet Prefecture, the Imperial City. Like there is the seat of the nation.
Oh, on the coastline there. Okay, cool. Or close to the coastline.
Nexus is a free city that is often a starting point, but it doesn't and also Haven is sometimes, which is down there.
So
the north end, the far north end is, I believe, air.
Yes, I believe it is.
The far right side is wood. The far left side is water, and the far south side is fire aspected.
Yeah, water, given that it's literally just mostly water and a few islands. Okay, got it. And I'm guessing north is high up, and it's very high up on elevation, which is air. Lots of like high elevation spots, I would imagine.
Yeah.
See, weirdly enough, if you've got areas with high elevation, there's actually less air there than the other places which have lower elevation, because more of the space is taken up by the mountains. But,
true.
Yeah.
But the air is more pure and less polluted.
There you go.
Now, one of the backgrounds is manses, which are often elementally aspected as well, and they can be technically found anywhere. You can find a fire manse in the, wood area to the east. You can find a waterman's in the fire region type of thing. So that is not necessarily a limit. But
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
so everybody has a cast in mind, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have
Yes.
motivations in mind.
Yeah.
We're
All
still
right.
working
What
on
was your
those, but
motivation, Scaly?
I'm still working on that one. Let's see. Um, yeah, I think I like this idea of her trying to change the minds of everybody. I think this fits. That we're not bad people.
Okay. Okay. So
I
you're
like that.
trying to. Oh man, I love the idea of that. Your motivation is to redeem the Solar Exalted, and your highest thing is conviction. So it's like, and I'll do anything to achieve that goal.
Yeah, yeah, it's a little absolutely might reverse against me when I do this, but
Okay.
it's
Okay.
like okay.
I think I'm gonna have mine be, I want to just discover discover uncover the glories of the ancients.
Oh.
Something along those lines.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be the guy pushing for, hey, we should go find the Temple of Doom, because there might be ancient stuff there.
Yeah.
Uh,
So wait, are you doing compassion then? Are you switching over to compassion? Is
no,
that
I'm gonna be switching over to Valor.
no?
Since
I
that's
know.
what
I'm saying he's switching over to compassion. You're switching to valor. Is that my
yeah,
understanding then?
yeah.
I see. Okay. Cool.
Wait, I'm switching to compassion?
I mean, I thought that was didn't
Because I don't
weren't you
think
say,
yours is going to
weren't you
work
saying
well
like
without
the
it.
with the like?
Right,
I mean, you
because
get
my original imagery was like for an action star, but like with the no killing.
okay. Yeah,
Does
I mean,
that work?
you can have to. Okay, yeah, that works fine. That works fine.
But like not. I don't know. I guess it's weird. Like my character wouldn't care beyond the no killing. Like my goal is not the betterment of Evers. It's a selfish goal. Like they're doing it for themselves in a weird way.
You don't. So you don't.
Like
Is it like you don't want to dirty yourself with killing?
maybe something more like that. I don't quite know yet. I'll have to like
Huh.
think about it. But like
That sounds
like
almost more like temperance than compassion. Is like
mm,
you view killing as like indulgent, sinful. It's the easy way out. That's what weak people do, and you're better than that.
maybe something like that. I think the other way I'm thinking about it is also like my character has grown up in the streets or something like that. So they're like so used to seeing like, the horrors of, what real shit looks like that they're just sort of like, man, I can't do this anymore. So like
Mhm.
maybe they were like, a contract killer for a while or whatever their backstory is. And they've got like, the whole I've got a very specific set of skills type shit. And they also have realized that they're like, you know, they're just so disgusted with it that they can't do it anymore,
Mm.
even though they're still like highly effective kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
So
still kind of working on it, but like
Because
something like that.
I'm worried because valor I think leads you to violence in many ways, right?
Well,
I mean,
yeah, I
Yes.
know. I'm
At
okay
least
with
get
violence,
combat.
just no killing.
I
Okay.
I think is wait I don't what's the negative on violent on valor again? What's the flaw?
I mean, like you
My
can't
flaw
turn
is
down a challenge
foolhardy
type thing.
contempt.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
turn down a challenge. I know it's
No,
tricky, but that's kind of why I
you're
want
gonna
to play
stand
it
on the
because it
front
sounds kind of
lines.
fun.
Yeah, yeah. It could be fun. Yeah, so you'll stand on the front lines and people challenge you to single combat. You'll fight them, and then when they're on the ground beaten up, then you'll laugh at them and tell them to change their ways and walk away. Uh,
That's a pretty funny.
Okay, okay, I got it. I see what you're saying. Okay, okay.
okay, okay. So you're still doing valor. I'll still do compassion then.
All right, and the conviction flaws,
Ta-da.
deliberate cruelty. Oh, that's fun. Heart of Flint.
Also note the limit break condition.
Character is frustrated by the interpret and childish nature of the world around him. Oh, or is it subjected to severe stress or backed against a wall? So these are the triggers, right?
These are triggers that will add to your limit break, among other things.
So these will it's like a slow build up process before you finally just break and it goes into this
Yes.
flaw. Okay, I understand now. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. So the contempt one for him is the character fights against losing odds, is challenged to single combat by a foe, or otherwise has an opportunity to prove your bravery. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, that very much fits in the character. I feel like this character is probably a little egotistical, even though they don't want to admit it. Like they probably like they want to act like they don't care about everybody's opinion of themselves, but they like probably do. Like, deep down. And the way that translates to like real world is that they're like, they're always trying to do like cool shit, like stunt performer. And I think that's kind of where I can work the short round stuff into it. It's like, instead of jumping off the building, they do a double backflip off the building and, chuck the 3-point shot through the window midair kind of thing. Like that's kind of what I'm imagining for the character.
All right.
So,
all right.
like, if your primary virtue is, for instance, valor, right? It aids in heroism in battle, withstanding magically created terror. You have to fail a roll to turn down a duel of honor or call to single combat. You can spend a willpower to resist that. If there's overwhelming odds and you really need to flee, you can spend a point of willpower to flee that. But by doing so, you add a point to your limit.
Got it. Okay.
Because you are acting against your valor, you are acting against your nature. When your limit hits 10, that's when you hit the limit break and you act out as the condition of the flaw itself says.
Got it. That's
What
kind
is
of a
the
cool system. I like that.
what is the difference with like partial control? What does that mean? I'm a little confused by this.
You can spend a point of willpower and you have partial control. Right? So which one are you looking at?
I'm looking at the Heart of Flint under the conviction, because they both seem to give a 2-die penalty, so I'm not quite sure the difference.
So, Heart of Flint, you lack all empathy and feeling with your limit break for one full day. You consider only efficiency in choosing your course of action. With partial control, you can still work towards your motivation, which is empathy, but you will avoid doing anything to which you have strong emotional aversions. Right? So, if you are, say, for instance, against killing innocent people, with a full limit break condition, you don't care. You will kill people that get in the way. If it's stopping you from doing something efficiently and getting it done, you don't care. By spending a willpower to gain partial control, you can tailor that somewhat. You still have the penalty for interactions, but
right.
the lengths that you will go to
Okay,
at that
so
point.
the mechanical side is still the same. It's just more about the options that I might choose.
Yes.
During that process. Okay, I understand. I'll be right back. I'm just dinner's ready. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay, so we've got all of our concepts, casts, and motivations, I think, right? So
Yep.
now on to step 2, attributes.
Yep. Filling out attributes. I gave everybody a character sheet. They still have the generic names, which let me know if you can't rename them. This part is as listed. So you get 8 dots in your primary, 6 dots in your secondary, and 4 dots in your tertiary. And that is in addition to the one that you automatically get in everything, which the sheet does not list for some reason.
Yes, yeah, all the attributes start at 1, and then you buy them up from there.
Yep.
Okay, yep. First, you have to choose a category for them. I'm probably going to go physical, mental, then social. And I believe the
And you can start with 5s if you wish.
Mhm.
I'm back.
One of the core things about Exalted, if you do not have a dot in an ability, you don't suffer a penalty. You just have no dots to add to your dice pool. Mortals that don't have a dot suffer a 2 die penalty when they are attempting something that they are not skilled in.
Okay.
We are not mortals.
You are not mortal.
So I'm looking at my high stats being dexterity, manipulation, and perception here. Just gonna throw appearance into the dumpster.
Okay. So mine will be yeah, the social stats are going to be my high ones.
Shocking.
Throwing appearance into the dumpster, you can also have like a monstrous or animal-like appearance. There are beings walking around that look like bipedal sharks, for instance. Not everybody has to look like a human.
Humanity optional. Oh man, did I just go with a werewolf?
How accepted in society are those creatures, though?
The same as anybody else, pretty much.
Are they? Okay. That's cool. Well, they might not find them attractive, but they're not like mistreated or anything.
Well, some people might mistreat you, obviously. But it is not like a global thing.
Got it. Okay.
Let me remind myself of some of these abilities too.
What was the spread again? 8. What was the spread?
864.
864.
1.
Okay.
And everything starts at 1, so you're kind of getting 11, 9, 7 in totals.
Right. 3. Ooh, man.
Some things to keep in mind as well. Your soak starts at a bashing level equal to your stamina, and your lethal soak is half your stamina rounded down. And that's before armor and charms and anything like that.
Fun. A tricky build. Wow. All right. Let's see. 2. Oh. I like appearance. Manipulation is going to be charisma. Okay. I'll go with that for the moment. 6.
Characters must start with at least lore 1 to be literate.
Yes.
Really?
If you do not have lore 1, you are illiterate. You may know a ton of languages, but you have to have lore 1 to be literate.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, that makes it hard. I need dex. Strength. All right, I'll have to figure that one out. And 4 for the last one? Oh boy. My oh, my poor mentals. I
You
almost
can
feel like,
always fix them later or with bonus point.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I think the hard part is like, because somewhat the like your wits and stuff, because that's all like that's still involved in social stuff, right? Or am I confused by what these are?
Social stuff is often just charisma or manipulation.
Okay. Okay,
If you want a
that's fine.
brief rundown on the attributes, it is page 101 and 102.
All right.
Wits is how quickly you think as well as your cleverness and how well you can react to sudden changes.
So that could be used in a social environment as well, but it'd be different, right?
Could be used to what?
Meaning it could be used in a social environment where like there's like quickly stuff happening and changing within a social thing,
It
or no?
could be, but not typically to affect anything social.
Fair enough.
Observation and understanding. Yeah.
It is more used in combat, though, in joint battle.
All right. Yeah, I think I can live with those attributes. Those favorite abilities.
So once you have your abilities or your attributes, check all the check boxes in your cast abilities, and you can then select 5 other abilities elsewhere and put check marks. Those are your favorite. They become cheaper to advance.
Ooh.
Um, are you messing with the Zenith character sheet there instead of the Twilight one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, didn't you say you were going Twilight? Am I confused?
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, what are you doing?
Wait.
I was
Did
like,
you be
why
using
are
your
my
own?
stats changing?
Did you
Yeah,
be using
because I
your
was
own
like,
character sheet, not the NPC test sheets?
Yeah, use your own. I created character sheets. They have
yeah,
generic names up there. Everybody has one.
right.
Oh, mine's. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I just saw it popped up and I was like, wait, what's it? Because I was glancing at it and I was like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
way more sense.
Yep. What are the like check marks next to the actual attributes for? Are they important? I don't know what they're needed. Or am I confused by them?
I don't think they're needed for anything. I think
Okay.
it is just a format of the sheet. And to give you an example, to raise an ability, a favored or cast ability is your rating, your current rating times 2 minus 1. So if you have 3 dots in a favored or a cast ability, it would cost you 5 to go up to the next one. If it is out of cast, like does not have a check mark, it is double. So 3 dots would cost you 6. So it's a small benefit, but it's still a benefit. Hold on one moment. I'm getting a phone call from work.
Yep. All right.
So I don't know. Do I need dodge if I'm probably going with resistance stuff? Probably not, right?
I mean,
I mean, can't hurt, but I don't know if
it's always going to be useful against ranged attacks, but
I think resistance is a good thing because it pretty much works for all attacks.
yeah, I mean, you can just hope your soak handles it.
All right, I'm back.
Hmm.
All right.
So we get, yeah, so we get like the 5 straight from the solars and then 5 extra ones, right?
Abilities, yes.
Okay. And what was the point spread for these?
You get, these have been
10 for
modified.
favored abilities and 18 for additional, which can go to the favorite or anything else.
Wait, how many for the?
18. So 10
No, for
plus
the other
18.
one. Sorry. Oh, 10.
Yeah.
10 for favored and then 18 for anything?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. So 10 points in your favored or cast, and then 18 for elsewhere.
Okay. I'm guessing these don't start with 1, right?
No. Also, you can go back and modify these when you start looking at charms, because certain
Right.
charms will have ability requirements that you may want to charm and not have put enough dots in. So
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
you'll probably go back and adjust your skills at some once you start looking through the charms. So that's a whole other ballpark.
Okay. So in the check mark is basically for our favored ones on these
yes.
abilities, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
when it comes time to raise a favored ability, you basically get a 1 experience point discount.
Hmm.
Also, you for free get 4 specialties that you can distribute among your abilities. Specialties are specific usages of a broad category. They are each of the abilities lists some specialties. The abilities are on, they start on 106. For instance, melee specialties, spears, diclaves, knives, polearms, in formation, single combat, fighting with 2 weapons. Each specialty, if you're in a situation that you have a specialty for, it gives you a 1 die bonus. If multiple specialties apply, like if you had in formation and knives, if you were fighting with knives in formation with other people, you get to benefit from both of them for 2 dice. If you also had single combat instead, or let's go with the information, you had fighting with 2 weapons and you had 2 knives, you then benefit from all 3 for a 3 die bonus. And you can have at most 3 specialties in any one ability.
Where do specialties go on the sheet? I see. Okay. No, do those have levels?
What's that?
Do the specialties have levels? I just added a specialty and it has like a 5 dots. 5 dots.
How did you add? No, it should be only 1. I think the dots are also just a formatting.
Okay.
So adding a specialty, you might do melee diclave. Make sure you note what ability you're also getting a specialty for it.
Okay, so my skills that I've got are integrity, linguistics, awareness, dodge, and throne. Aside from Twilight, so I get 18, and then what was that, 6 or something?
10 have to go into either your cast or one of the ones you have the check mark in.
Got it.
Yeah, then 18 more on top of that.
Yes,
Just to go into whatever.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you can go to 5 with no problem in these.
Yeah, I only got 1 5 on my attributes, which was stamina.
Wow, you have
Oof.
5. Nice.
Chonkular lad.
There's been some errata, and before you couldn't go above 4, I think, without spending bonus points, but now you can just take abilities to 5.
Well, on craft, I've got these options here, which are air, earth, fire, water, wood, fate. I looked at it. Apparently, these are like for specific types of crafts.
Yes.
I'm assuming I have to spend individual skill points on craft, right? Like
Yes,
can
each
only get good
aspect has its own dots.
Got it. Well, that
Oh,
means I
boy.
could spend
Is there 5
a lot of
more?
skill points here. Um,
Ooh, what are the charms for craft, I wonder?
One more point left.
So craft is detailed in the book on 107. The ordinary craft abilities are elemental related, and they are air is calligraphy, jewelry making, precision instruments. Earth is masonry, stone cutting, earthworks. Fire is blacksmithing, making ceramics. Wood is carpentry, weaving, paper making, and water is cooking, brewing, leatherworking, stuff like that.
and the Fate, Genesis, Glamour, Magitech, are we using those?
No.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, I'm looking at the charms for these. I think you might want to go with whatever the Earthworks one is. There aren't a ton of charms for craft, but there are 2 interesting ones of crack mending technique, which lets you like just instantaneously perform like 9 hours worth of repairs on something. And shattering
What are the,
grass, which allows you to instantly like break down a wall and stuff like that.
those both sound cool. What are the charms?
Charms are like your superpowers. For any of these
Okay.
skills, there are a bunch of like specific abilities you can get, kind of like spells in D&D type of thing. But in this, like they're not.
They're more like
They're
powers.
they're basically like spells.
Or
You
feats.
spend your motes of energy on them, and you get to do something like supernat. You get to do these things supernaturally well.
What page is it on?
For craft specifically, 211.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll choose charms afterward.
Yeah. But it can sometimes just like I mean, like if you're thinking
Yeah,
of
basically
kind
you
of
can go back and make adjustments if you see a charm that you don't qualify for that you want. You can just
Oh, okay,
adjust your
cool.
points. Yeah, you
yeah.
can just
But I was
adjust
just
your
thinking like
points.
in terms of the concept of you can being like craft MacGyver type thing. It
Yeah,
looks like a cool thing you could do is like shatter a wall, go through it, and then rebuild it in like
yeah.
2 minutes.
I'm definitely thinking water is not a craft I'm taking. I feel like it might be like earth, which makes the most sense, and then maybe wood or maybe fire. I don't know. I guess the question is, can I make a bomb? Like
Can you make a bomb?
maybe I do want water. Like I want to make a gas bomb.
Poison making, yeah, that's in there.
It's like it doesn't
It could be
necessarily
interesting.
have to
It
be
could be interesting,
lethal.
like to take the character and like do like watercraft, and then also get medicine or something like that. So you
Yeah.
do the
Yep. Like I want a knowledge of their vitals, that kind of thing.
give me those vital organs.
Yeah. It's technically not against my character's motivation to start a black market organ.
I need to acquire every pancreas in creation.
That might be a little much.
Space organ
They're
warlord
supposed to be
jock
ambitious.
simulator game.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about my specializations yet, but where do you add to specializations? I forget.
What's that?
How do you add specializations?
They just in skills, just at the end, there's specialties, and you just hit add and just like write them. It's just a fill thing.
Yeah. Click the add button, and then
Oh,
you
there it
type
is. Oh
out
yeah, okay. Okay, I got it.
what ability it's linked to and what the specialty is.
And part of me really just wants to take 5 on air, earth, fire, or water. Just be like, I'm good at this one thing. That's it.
I have nothing but craft skills, but I can make anything.
Yeah, that seems kind of funny.
That would be hysterical.
I kind of like doing.
To be fair, you could probably get by with like 2 or 3 in each. And what attribute is craft normally based in? Just make sure you've got a 5 in that, and then you're gonna have a solid dice pool for that.
Oh, right.
Yeah. You don't. I guess. What skill would you usually use for crafts? I guess like if you're going for aesthetic value, probably maybe
Hold
like
on.
charisma, but probably wits, right?
I have 3 in wits, but I didn't want to have low int. Oh, it says intelligence and dexterity. Guess that makes sense.
Okay.
And also perception. So, but I feel like wits also makes sense. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, like I think it makes perfect sense to have like 1 dot in every craft, and then maybe like more in one of them.
Yeah.
Crafting is a mental task. So to build and attune, this would be a months. Create
creating stuff
items
takes
or
months.
artifacts is dice pool equal to the lowest of your ratings in dexterity, perception, or intelligence, plus your craft for a small items that are personally assembled by hand, or the lower of perception or intelligence plus craft for larger works.
Got it. So we want perception, intelligence, and dexterity to all be relatively similar if I'm going for a craft character. Good to know.
Yeah, or at least decent level. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then to craft certain things will have a resource dots. You can craft anything with a resource value of your craft plus appropriate specialty dots without a charm or a stunt. If you want to craft something that is more resource intensive, you have to stunt it or use a charm.
But
What I kind of noticed, am I missing something? Once you put a dot into one of your abilities, you can't, at least one, you can't seem to subtract that one.
You can hit
Like-
the check mark to exit out entirely. Or right?
Right, to exit it. Right. Oh wait, no, just turns an X over it. Like you can't do anything with it. Like it just ignores it. I suppose.
I mean, it sets it to 0.
Not permanently. Once you remove the X, it puts it back at 1.
So leave it at the X until you add 1 to it.
I guess. Yeah. I just thought it was a bit weird.
Yeah,
that
it
you
is
can't
weird.
get rid of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like you have 1 there, and it's like you will just always have 1. It will never get rid of it.
you know what? Who needs defense characteristics? Who needs resistance and dodge? Let's just go bureaucracy logistics or linguistics. Like defense is for.
I mean, you
I feel
probably
like
need
short
at least.
round has kind of fallen out here a little somewhere along
Yeah,
the way.
you probably need at least either resistance or dodge is going to be useful for your character, just because getting hit sucks.
Yeah.
The damage in this game is no joke.
No, you're
It
right.
will kill
Okay,
you.
short round was not into bureaucracy. We got to switch this up.
Yeah.
So the question is, was short round resistant? I think he was more into dodge.
The good news is if you're going to have dexterity as one of your better ones, then dodge works well with it. If I remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Okay.
But something like that.
All right, I'll bump my dex up and my strength down. That should be fine. All right.
Wait, these steps don't have charms. Step 3 abilities, step 4 advantages, step 5 finishing touches. Wacky.
Wait, it does have charms in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, charms are in step 5? No. Step 4.
Step 4. Choose background.
Choose backgrounds, then charms.
Charms. Yep.
Oh, okay. Just okay. Oh, then
Hey, this is a problem. Was short round a charismatic? I don't think he was very manipulative, so I put 1. But I think he's pretty charismatic, so I put 4. And appearance, I don't know.
No time for love, Dr. Jones.
I know, right? He's pretty good.
Well, okay, wait. What was your primary focus? Was it the intelligence, wits, perception stuff?
Well, I can't really put more than. Oh wait, you can choose that?
Yeah. Okay. So this is how it works.
I thought I could only put 8 into strength, dexterity, stamina.
No. You choose which one, which group.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
Wait, dude. Okay. Yes. Okay.
So
yeah,
you have to choose which one, which grouping is 8, and then which is 6, and which is 4.
Yeah. Okay. Charisma, manipulation, appearance. That's getting the 4. That makes way more sense.
And you get to, and you can dump 8 into your mental stats if you want to be big think.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
and then the 6 into your, that way you have your dex and your stamina.
Right.
Next strength, because who cares about that, right?
Exactly. Okay, perfect. I've got 4 dex, 4 stamina, and then we can bump up these mental stats. Perfect.
I don't know how you're going to fight, but sure, if at all.
Me neither, but yeah. I've got a throne stat, I've got dodge, and I've got a fuck ton of craft. So, we'll figure it out.
Nice.
So then this means I could do something really funny by just giving myself a 5 on appearance, because
my God, he's so sexy.
But I'm like, I am like the most awful person at talking. I suck.
You have no charisma and no manipulation, but you look hot. Is that what
I
you're
look hot?
cute?
Yeah.
You look cute.
Yeah.
It's your adorable factor. That's what it is. It's a adorable.
Yeah. I'm like whatever, 6 or however old short.
You're very adorable.
Oh man.
Unfortunately, you have to be like post puberty.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
Tragic. All right.
The
He could
the
just look
soul,
very young for his age. That's all.
that is true, but the god soul does not imbue minors.
Got it.
Right.
So like I have to be above 18, is what you're
Yes.
saying. Okay.
Yeah,
Of
most
course.
people get imbued in their 20s, rarely past 35-ish, but occasionally it does happen. But the soul is basically looking for heroes and people that can actually make a difference. And if they exalted into children, they would just like die again soon.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
god,
makes
I
sense.
forgot how insane the backgrounds are in this system. This is amazing.
All right. Backgrounds, I suppose.
Yep. I can just put
Hmm.
5 dots into influence and rule a nation. The realm will soon gather armies to annihilate her. Oh boy.
Yeah, that kind of doesn't make sense for wandering treasure seekers, though.
No, it really doesn't.
What
It
background?
is just hilarious. Yeah.
I have to put a check mark next to each craft that I'm like trying to be good at. Like, do I have to spend extra check marks on that or no?
No.
Okay.
If you check mark craft by itself, it should just account for all those.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, you can put the check marks there if you want, but at that point, it doesn't matter.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you're Twilight already, so the check mark should already be on craft, so it shouldn't be a problem.
All right.
Cult. You can have your own cult.
Yep. And you gain essence back from them worshiping you.
I don't think that's something my character would do. That's like the opposite. I don't want them worshiping me as a cult. I just don't want them to hate me. There's a difference. Actually, it's not that far away.
Okay, I
I
gave
mean,
They
myself
do love
one
me.
point of
the
integrity.
solar exalted were a religion, back when people accepted them. You are literally divinely chosen.
I have 4 extra points to spend. Got 5 dodge, 1 in integrity and awareness, 3 on throne, and then a bunch of stuff in craft.
Wait, oh, throne.
No.
Oh, so that's gonna be your like combat thing, throwing things.
I think so.
I mean, I just go fuck it and hit throne up to 5.
That's fine.
Yeah, that seems
And
good.
then you got 2 more to
2
throw
more.
around.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm thinking I need a bump up either air or fire to 5.
Wait. Were you going to take medicine?
Oh right, I could add. Well,
Because you got medicine,
okay.
investigation, lore. You got all those. You need at least one in
Yeah.
lore to read. So keep that in mind. You
I
need
mean,
one in
Oh
lore.
no, you're right. Wait,
Yeah.
do I need to read?
Yeah, I would imagine that would be useful for your character.
That'd be
you
pretty
don't
funny
have
if
to.
I couldn't read. I'd be like super intelligent and really good at crafting stuff, but like I couldn't read, so I'd like go into a high court, be like, "Oh my gosh, this painting is so good."
Hey,
And I'd be like, "What does
you
this
just
say?"
have to remember
Did you
all
put
the
points in
laws.
bureaucracy?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say if you can't read, it's gonna be so
That
tricky.
would be really funny.
You know
Nah,
everything about bureaucracy, but you can't read a darn thing on any of the paperwork.
yeah. Oh man,
But
how do I
no,
get rid of
yeah,
this
1 point
book?
in lore would be helpful for your character, just because any kind of like investigative stuff in like libraries or anything like that would need you to know how to read.
All
So.
right, I'll put 1 point in lore. I guess I'll put a point in investigation. I feel like that's probably fine. I can get more skill points later.
Yes. You can also use bonus points to boost these up later too.
All right.
We'll get to the
We got
bonus
our
points.
skill points. We got our
Backgrounds.
attributes, backgrounds.
Yeah, you can deal with the
Okay.
specializations later.
So for backgrounds, I think my advice is scroll down to resources, pick a level on resources, and then look at everything else.
Oh gosh, yes.
Whoa, there's a lot here.
Yeah,
Oh,
There's a lot, and they're all insane.
Right, there's the backgrounds. I was like, where are the backgrounds on this character sheet? It's on a completely different page.
What page is this in the book? Can anybody find it?
It's at 111.
Yeah, 101.
Got it.
Or 111, sorry. 110, whatever.
Here we go.
So yeah, I recommend scroll down to resources, decide what level you want on that, and then think about the other
Yeah,
one.
especially for you, because crafting anything, you're
Right.
going to need money to get it, your resources to get it.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Also, other things to consider. If you wish to start with artifact, armor, or a weapon,
Right.
you
Artifacts.
might need artifacts.
Yep. I definitely am, but I'll get to that in a second.
I think resources 2 is about right for me.
How many points do we have on
get in
resources again?
background? Yeah.
Yeah, how many
That's
points
about
do we
to ask.
Yeah,
A
how many
7.
points do we get? 7?
7? Oh, that's not a lot. Okay.
7 for backgrounds.
Yep.
Wow. All right. What is a?
Right, and you need for the artifacts, you basically need 1 for every item and up to whatever rating the item is or whatever, right? Is that basic? I believe
Yes.
that's how it works, right?
Also, you're going to get 18 bonus points. I think the book has a different number. You
Mhm.
can also buy backgrounds with bonus points. It costs 1 dot for a background up to rating 3, and then 2 additional points to go past 3 to 4, and then 2 to 5.
Right. And having a manse is also under backgrounds, right?
Yes.
Now, I did have a question regarding manses because officially, like, you get something constantly from them regardless where they're at, right? But you
Yeah.
do get better if you actually can visit it. But given how far big this map is, the likelihood of
Yeah,
visiting a manse is unlikely unless it's like really
once
close
you
by.
control a manse, you get a basically a magic rock that gives you some superpowers as long as you have it.
Right, correct, right. But I'm saying
That's-
like you recharge your essence faster within if you're
If
inside
you
the
are
manse,
in
right?
it,
Yeah.
yes.
But I imagine like unless you're very close by to it, it's pretty unlikely that most get to do this. Is that my
Right.
understanding? Okay, fair enough.
Just be the leader of a giant cult.
We were talking about that one. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like now that I think about it, I could actually create a character because I want people to love us, and that is exactly what a cult does. Love us. Love me.
And also, hey, free essence.
I don't know. I'm thinking about it. There's got to be some negatives to having a cult, though, right? Regular offerings and prayers. Yeah, it's got to be one based on love. Absolutely, they love me.
Is essence spellcasting?
It's
No,
yeah.
it is your
Well,
internal magical power.
yeah.
Okay.
It's activating your feats of extreme physical ability. Yeah.
Okay.
Your essence basically kind of like controls how often you can do your abilities, also combined with other stuff, right? Because it gives you like the motes and all that stuff, which are
Yes.
technically So it's how often you can do the super cool abilities. Which we
Exalted start with a 2.
2, right? And we use bonus points to boost that up.
Yes.
Oh man, you get an automatic point of temporary wisdom just having a 1 point. This is actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, considering my character has like no charisma and is probably young, it makes like 0 sense for them to have a lot of followers or be the leader of a cult or anything funny like that.
As funny as it would
Unless,
be, right?
as funny as it would be, yeah.
What if they just worship your creations and not you?
True.
Okay, so like I have a cult and they worship what I create. Yeah, that could be pretty funny.
Yeah, like Michelangelo. You know, like you don't
Yeah.
need any personal charisma
Okay,
to do this. You just put up a sweet statue.
here's the thing. I kind of like that because I really don't like the idea of just going for the boring, how does this guy get the stuff? And it's just he has a lot of money. Like, I don't know, that's so boring. It's been done a lot.
You want the cult to be the one who supplies you the materials for your
Yeah,
craft.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I'm just like, yo, you got you got a like a solid gold brick. I really need it for this thing. And it was like, yeah, sure, bro, here you
Yes, wise master.
go. Like
Wow.
18.
Show us your next great creation.
You know what?
That's so fucking
I am
funny.
absolutely doing cult. This is literally my goal. Look at 5. Many people throughout one of the 4 quarters of creation worship you. Are you kidding me? This is like a step in the direction of my goal. If I can get an
Armies will
entire
soon be
like
coming to destroy you.
yeah, but that's not the point.
The
This is
gods
like
are jealous.
Maybe upgrade that later
I
once
will. I'm not.
you've
I'm
got
not.
the
I'm not
power
going
to
full 5.
defend
No,
it.
no, 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 no. I might go 1 or 2, but not anything above 2. Yeah, yeah. But like, I absolutely feel like this is like she would see this as a step in the right direction. That these people are loving her, kind of thing. You know?
There is a note at the bottom. You cannot start with a higher cult than 2.
Okay, perfect. See,
That makes a
that's
ton
even
of
better.
sense.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So one thing to consider before you go too far is essence, if you wish to spend background points to go higher than 2.
Oh, okay.
You start out with a 2, it costs 7 of your bonus points
Mhm.
to gain a point of essence.
Right. So boosting your essence would be very helpful because a lot of the powers require you to have at least a 3.
But it
For you
also
to
cuts into what else you can do.
right with your
Got it.
bonus points.
Okay. I only have 7 of these things, so
No, bonus points are after background, so you can increase a lot of things with bonus.
oh, okay, good to know. So I don't have to worry about essence yet.
No, it's
Correct.
just something to consider
To
if
keep
you
in
are going to go higher.
Right, like if you're depending on spending bonus points on some of these backgrounds, you have to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking
Um,
about. Okay, so I got that. I definitely will need a special artifact because of my combat stuff that I have for you.
oh, influence. Yeah, my character
What
shouldn't have a lot.
kind of
Well, okay,
artifact
hold
do you
on.
wish?
So let me explain my dancer to you so you can tell me if this is even reasonable. I can adjust it if necessary, right? I want her to dance while basically having blades attached to like a silk rope or not rope, but like scarves or something like that. So where she gets reach with the blades in a sense and can spin around and things like that with them. And that way she doesn't have to throw them, but gets a little bit of reach with her combat. And that way she could come back to him, bringing it back to her and stuff like that. I don't know how unreasonable that is, but I don't think it would be, right? I mean, I could probably do it without it, but I didn't know.
This sounds almost like throwing with a few of the different.
Well, no, and that's I looked at throwing, but I don't want thrown. I did now. I could do it. I could do the thrown and get the ability to pull him back, absolutely.
Mhm.
But I don't want that kind of range. I just want a little reach with the weapons, basically. Which that's all I wanted out of it. Not like throwing 50 yards away and then popping it pull back or anything.
Oh, Mance, what is this?
That's what we were talking about. A Mance is basically like your secret, like
Your
you
secret
can create
magic
them.
base.
Like a crafting thing, you can actually create them. But basically they are like a secret place that helps give you extra powers and stuff.
It's a place. What happens is there's a location where there's like ley lines of magical energy, and then people build manses on top of them to channel and control that. And then if you're attuned to a manse, then you can take the heartstone of that place and carry it with you, and it'll grant you some kind of magical power as long as you're attuned to it. As long as there's no one else who finds it and tries to steal it from you.
Right.
Yo, that sounds sick for my character. Okay, we're going
Oh
for
yeah, it's
5 on that.
fantastic.
No, you don't need
Seems
5.
right.
5 is a little
Yeah.
much. Okay, you don't need 5 in everything, so keep that in mind. Take a
Well,
breath.
my character's gonna go for like other stuff, but I just feel like it'd be
You,
perfect.
you
So
have
I'm going
7
for it.
points in background. You're going to put 5 in
Are
that?
there? Does the book
Yeah.
even have any tier 5?
Yeah.
Mances?
No. You don't. You
Let
don't
me
need a
check it. Let me
Manta
check
tier
the.
5.
Oh, the tier 5 Mance. Gem of Immortality. You do not age. You do not suffer the infirmities of illness or old age. You can be killed through other means, though. Okay.
Oh wait, I should probably
You
look
probably
at the
actually want like a
Manses, right?
4, a 3, or a 4.
Yes.
They're
You
on
should
page
probably
like
look at the
3,
Mantas. Yes.
like 382. It lists
What
hearts.
page are they on? 382?
382.
Got it.
Or I guess
Okay.
of the PDF, it's 384.
But yeah, my blades. I just wanted
5.
reach. I didn't want something where I could throw it and bring it back. I had thought about that
So
when I was looking
what
at it.
reach does is it lets you attack mounted targets or those at higher elevations without a penalty.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So do we want to
It
call this
doesn't
like?
Sorry.
Do you want to call this like a spear and just kind of reflavor it?
Yeah,
Because
it doesn't necessarily do too much in combat because it's kind of abstract anyway.
Yeah.
right. Okay,
5
that
foot
makes
distances.
sense. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me go down to the weapons and let me look at them.
Now, if you want something that is also, it would most likely be looks like martial arts weapons.
I looked at the martial arts. The martial arts suck. I'll be honest. I was not impressed with them at all.
What if you've got a 7 leaping dragon man that adds 4 extra dice to any martial arts
Because
attack rolls?
most blades, when they are not in contact with your body, they lose power, right? It is bound to your essence while you are wielding it and holding it.
Right. Hence why I wanted an artifact that wouldn't have that problem.
So dire chain is an item like that.
Is that an artifact?
Yes.
Oh, I found it. Mm-hmm. What does it mean by the second stat bar reflects item clenched? What does that actually mean? Like, what kind of thing is this? Defense +2, rating, dex, attunement. It's probably something based on the original weapon, the chain weapon. When you look at the chain weapon thingy.
It doesn't help that this is not OCR'd, so I can't control that.
Yeah, I noticed. In addition to making ordinary attacks, fighting chains can be used to perform clinches in stunts involving grabbing on. Oh, it's like the grabbing effect. Okay. Swinging and pulling objects. Second stat bar reflects item clinched. Oh, okay. So it's like okay. So it's like you
It
basically
has
pull something into somebody else or something like that.
It has the C note, which is a clinch enhancer. It must be used for clinching wielded through martial arts. And there has been a, let's see here, dire chain for a normal strike. Speed 5, accuracy 0, damage is 8-2. 2 is the minimum, I believe.
Oh, is that in the errata?
Yeah, defense 2, rate 2, which means you can attack up to twice on an action with it, and it's MOR. Overwhelming damage after the slash is the innate minimum damage of the weapon. Okay.
Right.
R is reach. You can do the elevation without penalty, and M is martial arts. So it uses martial arts or melee.
Okay, so it does use melee. Okay, cool.
Hey guys, I'm so late. Unfortunately, I won't be able to stick around because it's my son's 14th birthday today, so we're going for dinner. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no worries.
you're
Have a good
fine.
one.
It's a birthday
All right.
thing.
Yep.
I'll catch up with you guys later on. Please let me know what's happening with Exalted. I'll be, I will be keeping an eye, but I'm so sorry. I have to take
No
off.
problem.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.
Have a good
You
night.
too. See you guys. Bye.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Which page is the errata on for that? I'm looking for it, and my brain isn't seeing it.
15 for martial arts weapons.
Oh, it's early.
It's just minor changes.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Okay, clench tags. Okay, so I don't have to have martial arts to use this thing?
No, you can do it with melee. The clinching is martial arts, but if you don't ever plan on
Oh.
clinching with it, you don't need martial arts.
So to grab something, basically, I would
Yeah.
need martial arts. I'll look at the martial arts again. Maybe I can get this to work, but I don't know yet. If I'm not going the way I think I was. Okay. Can I reflavor the chain to be like look different basically? Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
It's just something that already has stats and kind of fits the theme. So
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, and there's nothing like dual weapons or anything weird like that in this technical edition. Or like I saw like it's sort of weird the way it's art worded.
I don't know
Okay,
what you mean.
I was just getting into the weeds trying to figure out what the how dual wielding works. I should just put 2 points in artifact and I'll figure out the weapon later.
Yeah, like dual wielding, it's like you don't really you can like get a second attack, but most of it's based on your charms, right? Or am I missing something? It was kind of weird when I was reading it because it's like you could do a charm to do a second attack, and then but you could do another one, and it was like, what does the other one do? And I'm not quite sure exactly. Like if you're not using charms, are like, do you still get 2 attacks? Like how does that work? If you're dual wielding.
I have to find the the entry because I can't search it.
Because like some of the weapons have like like the claws obviously are technically
Yeah,
2.
there's an offhand penalty.
And I think a lot of the artifacts ignore the penalty, basically, right? Like some of the dual weapon artifacts basically negate the penalty, but not always.
What's the bonus?
Okay, so the gyro chain's only a 1 rating too. Wow, that's actually really nice. All right, mances. Let's see which ones of these would work.
All right, offhand. By default, you have a primary hand and an offhand. Those wielding a weapon in their offhand lose 1 die from all attacks with that weapon. This does not apply to unarmed fighting maneuvers, but it may apply to non-combat activities.
Okay, I'm looking at some.
Oh, that one is really cool.
Now, if I had to guess, let's see here.
Oh, no. If you are getting one of the mances, you probably want to spend artifacts points on the Hearthstone bracer to put the stone inside the bracer.
I mean, you can also just have bracer, but I have the stone with you. But yeah, but also the bracers are great items.
Let's see, Razor Claws have a rate of 3. So, until I can search for more, I'm guessing with paired Razor Claws, you could attack up to 6 times in a flurry.
Okay, so just adding the rate together to.
That's what I'm guessing at the moment.
Okay, sure.
And by default, offhand weapon would lose 1 in additional to any of the penalties. You'd have a multi-attack penalty starting at, for 6 attacks, -6. And then it would be -6 for the first, -7, -8, -9, etc.
But it goes against all the attacks, right? Like that's the negative, right? When you take those, makes sense.
Multi-actions have a cumulative penalty. So if you did 6 attacks because you had paired Razor Claws, you'd be at -6 for the first, -7, -8 dice, -9, 10, and 11 dice for the last attack. But you have the option to attack that many times with them.
All right. I think I'll
Now,
just go ahead and take.
there may be more, but without being able to control F, I'd have to go through combat. So.
I'll just go ahead and take 2 points in resources, 2 points in artifacts, and then 3 points in contacts. I'll just know some people.
You'll just know some people.
Yeah. I'll figure out who later.
Yeah, there's a very good chance I'm going to spend points on bonus points on backgrounds for this, but we'll see.
They are very useful.
Yeah, they are. The charms is next, right?
Charms we can do later. Just keep them in mind.
Hmm. Virtues is 5.
You get 5 dots in virtue. Everything starts at a 1.
So 5 additional dots is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay. All right. So the ones we picked would have more than the rest, right?
The ones you picked should have at least a 3.
I will put a point. So, okay, just to clarify, what's the negative or positives from putting more than 3?
Hold
Like
on.
we have to roll on these, right? Basically. Is it like the higher the harder it is to resist?
Hold on.
Okay.
All right. So virtues. Once per story, for every dot in a particular virtue, you may have your character channel a point of temporary willpower through that virtue to get bonus dice equal to that virtue rating for something involving that virtue. Right?
Oh.
So that's one of the things you can do. So if you have a 3, you can do it up to 3 times to get 3 bonus dice in the task. However, if you have a high virtue, it signifies passionate commitment to certain emotions and behaviors. So you may be unable to resist following your heart. With a 3 or higher, you have to roll your virtue rating when you want to act against the virtue's dictates. And that's any virtue with a 3 or higher. Your primary virtue is the one that gives you your virtue flaw and affects your limit.
Okay. So if I happen to have 2 that were more than, okay, I see what you're saying. I could roll still on valor, but ultimately the only flaw I have is the one for conviction, basically, is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
But if conviction is your primary virtue, nothing else can be higher than it.
Correct.
It can be the same, it just can't be higher. Your primary virtue has to be the highest if one is higher.
Okay. I got a 5 on valor, 2 on compassion, 3 on conviction. And obviously none on temperance, because that makes 0 sense with my character.
Well, you start with 1 on every single point.
Oh yeah, but like no additional.
No additional. Got it.
Okay.
So you have a 5 on, say that again?
5 on valor, 2 on, well, I guess 5 on valor, 3 on conviction, 2 on compassion, 1 on temperance.
So you spent extra points on virtues?
They all start with 1.
They all start with 1, and you add 5 total to them.
Right.
Yeah.
So you should have. If
You
you have
spent
5, that
4
means you
on
spent
valor
4 on
and-
conviction itself.
Don't you start at 3 on valor?
On valor. You start on, huh?
No,
valor,
you just have to buy it up to 3 with those 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
You just need at least 3 in that. That is what he's saying.
Yeah.
You have to pick. Yeah. So whatever your highest.
I'll have
one
a
is the one
5
that
in
you
valor
pick.
and a 2 on compassion.
Okay.
That will make it very hard to run away in battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better be able to win.
4 on.
Got no weapons and I can't run away in battle. This would be great.
What could possibly go wrong?
I know.
What are the
Also
weird
highly intelligent for some reason.
What are the check boxes underneath these things? Is that your is that your is that the thing that you're over your that whatever it's called?
No, that's I don't know
your
what
limit
that
thing?
Limit break is over the left side.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
have no
right.
idea
There it
what
is. Then yeah, what is these? Why are there check boxes underneath the
They're all
virtues?
individual too. It's not like they go in a row.
No idea.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a bit of a weird design.
Don't worry about it.
Maybe it's to mark off how many times you've channeled.
Each one
for bonus dice.
Oh, could be. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, because I've 4 times. So basically, it'd be 4, and once you get it, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So it helps you track how many times you've used it. That makes sense. Fair enough. And then after we do that, what was next?
Essence.
All right.
It's
So
2 for now.
essence just starts at 2 at this point.
Yep.
We'll deal with the bonus die after.
First lessons and peripheral lessons, which is just going to be
Everyone starts with 2, right?
If you want
11 and
to
35.
mark your motes now, you can.
We're probably going to be buying some essence. Seems like
Yeah. Also, your willpower changed. It starts at 5.
Okay, right. It starts at 5, right? And then we
Yes,
just
and you
use
can
bonus points to boost it, basically, right?
right.
All right, so everyone just starts at 5 at willpower. Got it.
And
right now, before having spent any bonus points, we're at 11 personal lessons and 35 peripheral lessons.
Yep. And willpower cost 1 point per dot, not 2 like it says on the chart. I didn't have a chance to edit that.
Okay. Well, for the bonus points, you mean, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 1 bonus point per dot of willpower you want to buy. Intimacy. Intimacies are like minor motivations. They are persons, places, or things that you are loyal to, but it's not a primary motivation. It could be like your horse could be an intimacy. It is something you care about, something that you will care for and protect and do things like that. But caring for it will not further your motivation. It will not gain you willpower. You may start with a number of intimacies equal to what was it? Willpower plus compassion. They are basically wrenches to be used against you, I guess.
Classic.
Okay, so willpower. So everyone automatically starts with 5, and then what added to whatever your compassion is.
Yeah, you don't have to start with 5, but you
Right.
should start with
5, 6. Oh, actually 6, because everyone has at least 1 point in compassion. So yeah, so it'd be 6, and then 7 for me. Okay. And you said these are just minor things?
Yes, they are minor motivations. If you want to look in the book about them, they are on page 90.
So this be like certain friends or family or something of that nature kind of fall into this sort of thing?
Yes. If enough time goes by without any interaction with them, they may fall off, right? They may prove to not be as important to you, so they just get removed.
Okay, this one I'll have to wait on. I'm not sure on this one. I'll have to think on this one. Interesting. Okay.
More information starts on page 173 in the drama chapter. Let's see. Characters may
like in
establish
this.
their
Okay,
loyalty to
social stuff.
causes. As well as providing bonuses or penalties to mental defense values when facing persuasions that support or violate an intimacy. So they are also used for social combat.
Interesting.
And there's also a sidebar on how they interact with some charms on page 201. It says they are not especially meaningful from a mechanical sense. They are obviously very important to the character.
So basically, these are just things that not related to the motivation, but still important to the character.
Yep.
Okay. 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 I'll have to think on this one. Interesting. Basically showing your character is not like single-minded or anything kind of thing.
Yeah.
It has some
Yeah.
other things that it's important.
Give
important
the
to it.
GM more levers to pull.
Yeah. See. I think this will be easier once we kind of figure out what we're exactly doing and where we're at.
Yeah.
Because I could create an intimacy on like a character within the city or something like that I've gotten close to, right? Like there are ways I could add that in. So
Yep. Let's see.
So,
You've
yeah.
choosing cast, no anima effect. You choose flaws, specialties. Essence pool is finalized. Everybody regains basically 4 points of essence when they are relaxed, but not entirely. Sorry, when they are at rest, but not completely relaxed. So you can't be doing anything pretty much, but just sitting around. You gain 4 points per hour. When you are relaxed, such as sleeping or getting a massage, you get 8 points per hour, plus any bonuses from cult or manses or hearthstones or anything like that. It always comes back to personal essence pool first. Once your personal essence pool is full, then you refill your peripheral essence. Soak levels. On the sheet, this is tricky. In the statistics tab, the first tab, you have to add them basically one at a time and click away, or else the box will go away before you can then select the levels of it.
You mean for the soaks?
Yeah. No, for the health levels.
Oh yeah. That's right. I remember we were messing with that last time.
Yeah. Everybody starts with 1 0 level, -0 health level. 2 -1 level box, 2 -2 level boxes, and 1 -4. And you basically have to add them one at a time. It would be nice if they just had
You can't just hit
a
add,
section.
add. Yeah.
No, you have to do them one at a time. And you have to make sorry?
Where are the health levels added on the sheet? They're
First
It's under
tab.
health.
Soak?
Yeah, your first tab,
Okay.
you'll see soak, dodge and defense, and then health levels
Oh,
are
okay.
underneath that, which are those weird two lines.
Okay, you got add and modified. I just need to go through and
Yeah, it'd be a
type
0
in
and then
there.
1 1, -2 2, and then -4. And the actual like soaking stuff is based on your armor / resistance / charm / things like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, you can gain more health levels through Ox Body Charm, which is a resistance charm.
Right.
But by default, everybody has 6 boxes before they are incapacitated. Okay, so general, let's see what else is on the character first. Willpower, you've got personal essence. You can still boost up with bonus points.
I think we're basically at bonus points now, right?
Yeah, so you get 18 bonus points.
We probably should go ahead and do the other things for the charms first, though, because if we
charms
yeah.
kind of like
Because
charms.
So-
charms will
you
figure
don't
out
know
what
what you're
you-
going to spend the bonus points on until you start seeing charms and
Mhm.
going, oh wait,
Yeah.
I need extra points in that to get this charm, kind of thing.
So one fix from the core book. The core book had it originally that you had to spend half of your charms, 5 of them at least, from favored or cast abilities. Now you can buy any charms that you qualify for. You don't have to put a minimum in anything. So you get 10 charms. As long as you qualify for them, you can purchase them. Or select them, rather.
Right, and they all have requirements. So you have to make sure you pay attention to the prereqs.
Yes, they all have requirements. And to meet most of those requirements are, why did this start a separate tab?
Yeah, it's an essence level as well as a skill level, depending on what skill you're in. I paid attention a lot to these things. So pay attention to your essence level. A lot of them require 3. Some require like 4s and 5s. But most require 2 or 3. Or yeah.
Oh,
So
I'm behind on the essence levels. What do we start at for essence levels?
2.
The
You get 2.
peripheral.
You start with
No,
2.
for the personal and peripheral.
11 and
modes.
35.
Those are the modes.
Yeah,
Okay.
modes are 11:35.
It will
you're spending
change if you spend any points on willpower or if you boost your essence or anything like that.
Mhm.
All right, and there's 2 little boxes here, so I'm assuming I put it on the left one.
Wait,
I think
what?
you put it in both, and then one is like your maximum, one is your current.
Yeah, left will
Okay.
be max, right will be current.
Right. So it'd be, something of that, the other number and stuff. What did you say they were? 11 and 25?
L35.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so yeah, this thing doesn't auto-calculate anything, does it?
No, it does not autocorrect.
And committed is if you have my brain just turned off. What was I going to say? Artifacts. In order to basically attune to them, you have to commit a certain number of points to them.
Yes.
And those are your committed ones. Do they generally come out of your personal or the
You
peripheral?
choose.
You choose. Okay, right. Okay.
I've got for my background, I've got 2 cult, 4 mance, 1 influence.
Okay, so you don't have any you just have the mance, but not yeah, okay, got it. So okay. But yeah, so you want to look at what page did the charm start?
176.
Cool. All right.
Oh, and also, yeah, this is a section where it is very helpful to pull up the table of contents for the document if you know how to do that for PDFs. Have a reader that can pull it, that can do that.
How many charms do we get?
10.
10.
Ooh, I
Yup.
like that.
There are a lot of charms, and they do a lot of
Heck
stuff.
yeah.
But you're going to be selecting charms that you have points in, basically.
Yeah,
So,
you
or
need there are minimum requirements for all of them of essence and one of the skills.
Now, most charms, not all of them, but most of them, will say that it requires any excellence.
yeah. Oh yeah.
There are
so
general
that's another-
charms that start on page 183. There's first ability excellency, second ability excellency, and third ability excellency. First ability excellency, essence overwhelming, 1 mote per die. You can add dice to a skill roll. You can add no more then your whatever attribute it is plus the ability. So if you're doing like a Dex plus melee and you have a total of 7 dots between Dex and melee, you can't add more than 7 dots. So you'd spend 1 mote per die. If you want to add 5 dice, you spend 5 motes of essence. You add 5 dice to that skill roll.
Cool. You can spend magic ability to get better dice rolls.
Yes.
Yep.
Second ability excellency, Essence Triumphant, is 2 motes per success. This add successes to the back end of your roll. If you roll 7
Cool.
dice and you don't get successes, but you spent 6 motes for 3 successes, you get 3 successes on the roll. You cannot do first and second on the same roll.
Got it.
And then
Yeah,
third,
there's 3 different ways to make your dice rolls better. And yeah, either get more dice or get more guaranteed successes at a higher price or reroll when you fuck up.
Yep. Third ability excellency is Essence Resurgent. It's 4 motes. You can reroll fail. You can reroll the roll.
Mm-hmm. Cost is 4M.
Yes, 4M.
Motes. They either cost motes or willpower.
Okay.
Or both.
Yeah.
Usually
Well,
it's
they always cost motes. Sometimes they cost willpower too.
Got it. Infinite ability masteries. Willpower too. Right.
an infinite ability mastery requires a skill of at least a 4 and essence rating of at least a 3.
Okay, so you'd have to buy extra essence.
And per the errata, combos are just like you don't need to have trained those with using bonus points anymore.
As long as it is combo okay, you can form combos.
I'll be right back.
Okay, but there is still the requirement, like, you know, if you've when you use a charm, you can't if you need to like declare all the charms you're using in the combo when you activate it, right?
Right. If you're using a combo, you basically have to spend the minimum for the entire combo.
Yeah. So but you can spend more with reflexive. But basically, what this is talking about, Alex, is like if you want to use your I swing my sword really hard technique, but then someone stabs you after you do that attack, you can't use your dodge bonus, your dodge excellency or whatever to increase your defense too, because you've used your one charm. What you need to do is you need to form a combo saying like, I'm going to use my sword excellency and my dodge excellency at the same time in this combo. So you have to pay for both up front, and if no one attacks you, then darn, you don't get to use your dodge excellency.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
it's a whole thing, but basically just like
just to prevent you from like using too much of similar actions.
Yeah, and it's like you can just use my undodgeable attack and my unbeatable dodge at the same time. It'll just cost you a lot of essence every turn, and if someone is doing that, just fight defensively until they run out of motes, and then stab them in the face.
Yeah.
Right. It's like RuneScape with whatever that prayer thing is.
You're burning all your prayer points real quick.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. That's neat. I just scrolled instantly down to Throne Excellencies, so I'm checking out those. They have a crazy amount in this game.
The charms are. Yeah.
Yeah,
that is
your powers.
Is what this game is. Is just like people wanted to write all these charms, and so they made a system that could let you do them.
But there's a negative.
I like they make you do it.
You should tell them about how how your mark on your head works. You should probably think.
Yes. Whenever you spend a number of your peripheral motes, which you'll notice you have about 3 times more of than your personal motes, then you will start to glow, and everyone will be aware that you were Solar Exalted. Oh, and I guess you weren't. I don't remember if you were there for the discussion, but Solar Exalted are Satan. They are evil. They killed the gods, and they are the source of all evil in the world, and you need to report them to the local authorities immediately so the Dragon-Blooded and the Terrestrial Exalted can put them down.
Yeah, it's propaganda.
The reason why is because for hundreds of years, the opposing power has been in control. The Solar Exalted have been dead and trapped in prisons, so the people in power have been able to brainwash the population that all of the bad stuff that is going on in the world is their fault.
Right, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
And
I like
when
it.
you spend
Heck
when
yeah.
you spend enough of your peripheral essence, everyone around you will know that you are a Solar Exalted.
Yeah.
And that's bad, yeah. All right.
Now, some of the glowing effects will only last for a turn. When your defense value resets, which is generally when you get to take another action, the glow, some of the glows will reset. There's only some glows that will then last an entire scene. The anima details in the cast ability says it. There are also some abilities that you can spend motes personally for. You can spend some to cause and it's on your forehead usually, and it is a sun symbol depending on your cast. Dawn is a full sun, Zenith is a partial or a half or a hollow, it varies. But you can spend some so that you can have enough light to read by if you want to, or,
You create
make a
light by
flashlight.
yeah,
Nice.
that's great. Always useful.
And each cast has a special ability, like the Dawn can spend an ability to make them glow brightly so that everybody attacking them suffers because they're blinded by the target they're trying to hit. So they have penalties to attack. Right? And the Night cast has an ability that cloaks their anima and makes them harder to see while they're under that effect. Um, was it Zenith is the one that gives them like bonus damage to undead and demons?
Yep. Yep.
So there are those. So each cast has special abilities that way too.
Okay.
So your personal essence is essence that you have complete mastery over. You can spend that and it does not make you glow. It does not do anything like that, but you have a more limited amount of it. So you kind of need to be strategic on what you're spending. Committed essence for your artifacts, if you have any, do not add to the banner to glow. So if you have artifacts and armor and stuff that you have 7 motes of committed to, your total is reduced by 7. You just never factor that again. You don't regain it as long as you're committed to those artifacts and attuned to them. It's not part of your pool, and it doesn't affect your level on how much you glow. Now, if you want, like the test NPC sheets I have, several of them have charms filled out so you can see the stacking with the excellencies versus the actual ability charms. Because not all charms have really good or cheap, sorry, not all abilities have good or cheap charms that you can get immediately. Some of them you have to have a lot of essence for or high ratings, but you can get the ones that add dice to any of them.
Right. Okay. Yeah, crafts are, man, they're expensive.
Yeah.
They need a lot of essence, which is kind of neat because I have like a ton into crafts, so this works.
And the crafting charms, from what I was reading, I believe like the first excellency and second excellencies and stuff can be used on any of your crafting charms, but the supplemental ones are individual.
Yeah. Let's see.
So it's
And
like
then there's
the one that
durability
makes
and
your
enhancement.
things more resistant or more resilient are specific to a specific crafting skill, not the general category. One thing, let's see here. Has everybody renamed your character?
No, I have not.
Yes.
I am going to give generic tokens at the moment, just so we can go over some mechanics on how the table works.
Oh, my character's name is Burke.
Burke.
Burke, huh? It's an interesting name.
Who's this at? Scaly's character sheet has not been modified at all.
I'm working on it. You mean for a name?
I'm looking at the name. The attributes are all blank. The skills are all blank.
Oh yeah, that's right. I will fix it. Sorry, my bad.
Are you doing it all on paper at the moment?
Yeah, my brain wasn't thinking about it. I was like, wait, okay, hold on. I'll fix it.
Oh, I get a chaos resistant preparation, so I can like
Oh, I was doing it on that
reduce the
one.
randomness.
No, I was doing it on the NPC one that had the Olaf name on it, and I didn't realize I was on the wrong one. I don't know why I had that one up. Okay, never mind. I'll fix it.
Hold on. Olaf.
Yeah, you see that one?
Oathif?
That's what I was doing it on. Whatever, that one. Yeah, the Oath of the Fifth. That's the one I was doing it on, and I just now realized I was doing it on that one.
All right. I will put that up in the top then and delete the one that
That's
hasn't
fair.
been worked on.
That makes it much easier than me having to redo everything. And I'm working on a name now.
Come on. I just want to move the sheet, not get stuck. You are Oathif is pin number 4. Ano
Oh, I like that one. I'll go with this.
is token number 3. Bert is token number 2. Gunther's doesn't matter at the moment. He will be token number 1. So, when combat happens, as long as everybody has their attributes filled out, this should work. On the combat, is it combat tab? Yep. On the combat tab, down under the combat header, is join battle. This is how we roll initiative, sort of. Click your token, click join battle. Right now, there will be no bonus dice for stunts or anything like that. No bonus success.
4, right? Okay, I see.
Wait, sorry, am I clicking one of the numbered tokens?
I can't click on the token, doesn't light up or anything.
Oh, hold on. I haven't given you control of the token.
Yeah,
that would help.
Might help.
That would be useful.
All right. Can you control your tokens now?
Yes. Yay.
Yep. Got it. Join battle, join debate, join war. The three.
Oh yeah, you have the quick ones up there top, right?
The quick ones, what?
You have to join battle, join debate, join war at the top. They're like the quick buttons. Nah, I don't know if that counts, but I just noticed them. All right, so join battle, right?
I don't see quick buttons. What are you talking about?
They're like
At the top left, there are buttons for join battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have them on yours?
Oh. Top left, which tab?
It's not a tab. It's not on the character sheet. It's on the table. When you click on a token. When you click on a token, there's like
okay.
Yeah.
I did not see
join
those.
battle. Yeah.
So yeah, join battle.
So went to the roll on that. Okay, it's using the built-in dice roller for that, but whatever.
Yeah. For this one, it's built using the built-in one, right?
Yeah, this one will automatically factor in your wits plus awareness. Give you success. What's that?
I botched, apparently. Yeah, I got 0 successes and 3 1s. Wait, it says 3 successes. What? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, right. No. 1 is 1 success, right? Because of the table too.
Never 1 is 1 success. A botch counts as a 1.
Right. Yeah. You'll see botch under there with it on it, and it's exactly. So as long as you have 1 success, then the botches don't matter. Basically,
everybody got 3 successes. Even mine. So let me.
So we did. Yeah.
Let me try.
Would you like to try it? Let us try to re-roll that one.
Yeah, re-roll your join battle, and everybody add like 5 bonus dice
to make
just so we can get some different numbers.
Right. You want to clear off the turn order?
Oh yeah. No, you can just re-roll it. It should automatically.
Okay. So all right.
Sure.
Join battle.
It should override your old number.
Bonus dice.
I added 5 bonus dice, and I got 1 success.
I got 1 more success than last time. I think I just rolled really well.
I got 4.
Perfect. All over the place now.
Yeah, at least we're different.
So the way this works now is the highest number acts on ticked 0. So that here you would click one of the numbers at one of the bubbles, probably red. In my case, the Dawn tester goes on 0. Counting down, Nissa is 1 lower than that, so you go on tick 1 for your first action.
So what, like in the red box, I would just put 1 or something?
Yes, because you need to keep track of which tick you are acting on. and Kano would go on tick 4.
Okay, so I write 4 in the red thing on my token.
Yep.
Okay.
And Burke has no initiative
Yeah,
this time,
enter.
so we will skip him. Now, on the action combat summary, action options summary, which everybody can see, these show basic speed values of your actions. Attack varies, it's based on your weapon, but if you want to aim, it's 3 to start. Miscellaneous actions are typically 5. So initiative will, in this case, now these will no longer be on the turn order.
The turn order is largely ignored at this point. It's just there.
Now that you have your starting tick, the turn order is ignored. We are on. Why did it jump to round 2? Let me reset. Oh, I know why. I need.
Are the rounds now counting ticks? Is that what you're basically going to be doing?
Yeah, I forgot I need to add my tick
tracker. Okay.
So we are on round 0. That's what we're paying on. My Doncaster would go on round 0. Say he attacks, he has a speed 4 weapon. My next tick will be 4.
So he does attack, and then
he attacks.
Adds the speed of the weapon to his tick.
His current
value.
Tick value.
Okay.
So now I go on 4. So next, I click next.
This would be 1.
We are now on 1. Whoever goes 1,
me.
You do your action.
Which, if I'm using the chains, they have a speed of 5, assuming I'm not doing the grabbing thing.
Right.
So I would add 5 to my thing, right?
Yep. You then go on 6 next.
Oh, okay. I see.
And then we jump to round 2. Nobody was going on 2, right? The next one was 4.
Tick 2, right?
Tick 3. Yeah, tick. I can't rename. Actually, I might be able to rename it with the macro, but I don't know how.
Right.
Yeah, it's an API script.
You have a tick tracker, right?
The tick tracker has to be there for me to cycle through the turn order tracker.
Oh, okay. So the round, when it says round, we're talking about ticks, right? Okay,
yes.
Fair. All right, I'm fair with that. I can understand that.
I don't know if I can jump into the script and rename it or not. I might be able to.
It's not important at the moment. As long as I understand what it is, it's fine.
So then we'd go to tick 4. Somebody went on tick 4. Right?
Yep, that's me.
So you would take your action now.
Mm-hmm. And add whatever weapon or ability. Sometimes it's like a charm.
And increase my tick by 3. Sure.
Mm-hmm. So you are aiming. What you can do now is for every tick that goes by, you add +1 to your next attack, up to 3. If the third round comes and you don't attack, you can start over, but you lose the aiming bonus. You can attack before the third round is up, you just don't get the full 3 dice.
Right, okay, so this is it's kind of like waiting for exactly the tick you want to attack, and also get some bonus dice.
Yep. There's also the guard, which is the same thing exactly, same thing sort of. You are not aiming to attack, you are just waiting, but guarding has no penalty to your defense. Right now, by aiming, your defense is 1 lower. So if anybody attacks you now, your defense is 1 lower than your starting value. We haven't gotten through starting defense values yet, but things you do modify your defense. So when you attack, your defense drops by 1 until your next action, and then it resets. So if you attack me, your defense is lower. If I attack you, now I'm attacking versus your lower defense. If you flurry, multiple attack somebody, every extra attack you make against them, their defense also goes down lower. So if your defense goes from 5 to 4 because you attacked, but now I do 3 attacks against you, I'm attacking you with a defense of 4, then 3, then 2. So my third attack, while I have lower dice, it also might have a better chance of hitting you.
Okay.
But this is how that goes. So, and charms will also have their own speed, but everybody has to pay attention to what tick we're on, what round tick we're on, and what their next action will act on.
Right. So you have to be paying attention.
Yep. Oh, so I would have gone on 4 again. Let's say I then go on. I'll do a miscellaneous action, so it's 5. So I'd go on 9. But then we were on round 5. Anybody that went on tick 5 would go now. Then 6,
That'd be
then
me.
7.
Oh, wait, okay, that was him. He hasn't gone yet. So 5 was yours, right?
Yeah, I'd be going on 5.
Okay. So yeah, basically make up something that you've done, and then you would add that to your tick value.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this could get high, right? Into the 20s, depending on how many rounds we're talking about, basically.
It
right?
can,
Many
yes.
seconds the fight lasts.
Mhm.
But yeah, each tick is basically a second. And there are some nuances. There are some other actions that they added in the errata, like defending people.
Mhm.
Where'd they go?
I guess that makes sense, especially if you're like basically jumping in front of like an innocent or something.
Yeah, defend others. It's a speed 5 DV1, but you basically actually I haven't read it, but you somehow modify the attack against that person.
Mm.
You can blockade movement. You can stand in somebody's way and keep them from moving around you to somebody else, right? So there's a few other options that I can try to add to the summary. Maybe I'll type it up instead of having a screenshot with it. But so that's how combat works for the most part. Attack, there have been some changes, but attacking would be your attribute plus your ability plus any charms that give you bonus dice. So you can roll just the dice roller for. Let's see, I have a.
Unless you have like a weapon already like put into your basically thing, right?
Yeah. So I have a handout. Did I make it visible for everybody? No, I did not. Show that to everybody. The order of attacks. You declare your attacks. You declare any and all charms you're rolling for it. You also declare if it is an unstoppable attack. Then the defender declares their response. If they're spending any charms, if they're doing nothing, if they have a perfect defense type of thing, then you make your roll. Any internal penalties, dice come off of your dice pool. Any external penalties, successes come off of your success total. There could be different reasons for both. Then there would be any rerolls if you have rerolls. And then after you get a total, then you subtract your external penalties, come off your successes, finishing with the defense value of the target. If there's any successes left over, you hit, you roll your damage. Damage can have minimum values based on the weapon. Actions have minimum values based on your essence. The only thing that can reduce your dice pool lower than your essence are wound penalties and multi-action penalties. Everything else, like vision, if you are blinded and it's a -5 dice pool penalty, and you are in a windstorm and it's another -5 dice pool penalty, and you only had 7 dice, you still roll at least your essence minimum. Unless you're wounded or taking multiple actions. The way combat works is different from other White Wolf games. You don't roll damage, you don't roll soak. Soak comes off the total. So if you attack and you add your damage to your net hit, net successes, and your damage value is a 7, and a target has 9 soak, you'd still roll your minimum based on the weapon itself. To possibly damage them. And that's mostly that. Oh, hardness is also something too. Some armors and charms may give you a hardness. If the hardness is equal to or greater than the raw damage, the hardness absorbs it and you don't take any damage. If the hardness is not equal to or higher, then it basically doesn't do anything. Then you go to soak instead.
Yeah, you might have to show how that works, just because it was. It may not be, your explanation may just not be able to be visualized very well. So I
Yeah.
think we might have to show that. I do have a question. Okay, so I'm putting in the dire chain, right? Under
Yes.
damage, it says +8 bludgeoning, right?
Yes.
So on my little cheat, I think I'm done this right, except it's got strength plus, I guess, an ability. Is that actually applicable, or is it not? Just like doing some, I'm not sure how the damage actually works.
Damage is strength plus the damage rating.
Okay. Yeah, it's got 2 drop
Oh,
boxes. So
the
I didn't know.
ability you would generally have blank.
Okay. Unless there's like some reason that you would put it in there, like a charm or something like that might add it, but for the most part,
Right.
you would usually leave it blank. Okay, understood. Okay, so strength plus the 8 for the damage is what I would roll for that damage, basically, right? Okay, I
So
understand
now
that.
you can click your damage, right? Let's say you had 3 extra successes, so you'd get 3 bonus dice.
Okay, so bonus dice 3.
Let's say you have 1 extra success from a charm.
Okay.
The target soak, we'll say for this will be 10.
10. Okay. Then just hit
And
submit.
the minimum damage for your weapon is 2.
Okay.
So you ended up doing 2 levels of damage.
Yeah. All right.
So it
I
rolled 13 dice, gave you 1 success. Oh, sorry, it rolled 13 dice. The soak was 10, so it rolled 3 dice. And after that, gave you 1 extra success.
So the soak subtracts dice directly.
Yeah, soak subtracts dice from your raw damage.
Ah, okay, that's interesting.
So you can't roll damage without knowing the soak of the target.
Cool. So it's less like trying to hit it. It's good DR.
Yeah,
Well, I still would have had to roll to hit, right? Or is that basically?
Yeah, you still rolled a hit. So let's say go ahead and roll your however many dice you have to attack. All right. I will say this target has a parry DV of 3.
Okay.
Which shouldn't matter on your roll itself. It'll just come off of your successes.
Okay. So bonus dice.
Say you used a charm and got a few.
Okay. We'll say
pick
2.
a number.
Sure. We'll say 2 for that. Bonus successes, we'll just do 1. And then. So I got 1 success, right? Because I basically failed on all the rolls except the 1 success.
You got 1 success.
Okay.
The parry DV was a 3, or dodge DV. Now, I think, let me just.
Do you roll, or is it just basically I have to hit over that to actually even hurt you? Is that the idea?
Attack roll, blah, blah, blah. External penalties and DV. If no successes remain, the attack misses.
Okay, so you compare that to their DV, and if I didn't get above their DV, then it just misses completely.
Right.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
dodge value. Got it.
Yeah. That's your.
Or
That's why the dodge value is important.
It's defense value. It
Defense
could be
Defense value,
your
right?
parry
It
or
can
your
also
dodge.
be parry. It can be dodge. It can be any of those.
There's
kind of
also
things,
mental defense values, social
Mhm.
defense values.
right.
What are y'all's defense values?
Okay, we haven't actually gotten there yet.
Nope. I will
I
give
mean,
you
how that's
the
currently-
factor there.
'Cause mine currently
I'm-
is 6.
For dodge or
No, for
The DV.
defense. My DV is 6.
It should factor in
yes, I have 6.
its dexterity plus dodge plus
Plus
essence, if your essence is 2+, which all Exalted are. And the total is divided by 2 for dodge DV. Exalted round up. Parry DV is based on the weapon you're using, so whichever ability, melee or martial arts, plus your dexterity, plus the defense value of the weapon, all divided by 2 rounded up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not using a
okay.
weapon, so that doesn't apply to me. But I do have
Right.
high dodge. Also, while you were explaining all that, I was looking at the dodge charms. They look hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You said So the dodge DV was dex plus dodge plus your essence divided by 2.
Yes.
So 4, 5, 6, 7 divided by 2. You said rounded up.
Round up.
Okay. So.
Yeah, I've got 6.
Assuming you've got like 5 dexterity, 5 dodge.
4 and 5 and then 2, but he says I round up,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think that's like the best you can get. I don't think you can get higher than a 6, right? Oh, I guess if you have higher essence.
You can spend bonus points for essence, and it's a pretty good idea to get like up to 3 essence. It also
I was looking at a lot of the cool charms, and you literally can't get them without 3 essence. So
Yeah. It's like you're probably going to get 3 essence.
Okay. Yeah.
is there any
So
reason to get higher than that, or just kind of gratuitous?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
No, I mean,
probably
you could
it's not
start.
gratuitous.
You could start with 4. That's if you.
It would burn almost all of your bonus points, but you
It's
could.
basically like, do you have other things? But it's a fantastic investment. It gives you more moats. It adds to a bunch of different pools. It means you can't use your bonus points for anything else.
Right.
It's
Right.
Like,
He said, we will get a chance to level up, so it's possible we could boost it on the level up as well.
Yeah.
So keep
I
that in
don't
mind.
know how much I'm going to do during the downtime montage level up, but I'm guessing like a bunch.
Yeah, enough to at least get another essence point, I would imagine.
Yeah, another essence point, a few more attribute points probably,
And some
more charms.
Charms, right.
Do we have an idea for like roughly how many sessions we're looking at here? I think the idea was like, was it 4 that I heard? I don't remember.
Somewhere between 4 and 6.
5 to 8-ish.
5 to 8. Okay,
Okay.
fair. Depending on our own pacing and things like that. Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, so in the case of Temple of Doom, right, to try to narrow that down, the opening bar scene would take 1, maybe 2 if you count the plane flying away and then having no pilot and you crash land, right?
Right.
And then a session for we're in the village now, we're leveling up, we're learning the mystery, what's going on. And then the finale would be looking for the chakra stones and going into finding the new temple and stuff like that.
That seems good.
Maybe not that exact breakdown, but that type of thing.
Yeah, I get it.
A fresh character introduction to get to know the characters a little bit, how they work, where they're lacking, and then a montage. Maybe you guys are looking around somewhere for a year building followers and learning stuff, so that year you kind of skip and come back with more stuff, and now it's time for the finale.
Right. We decide we want to run the cult.
I'm already running a cult. What are you talking about?
Under new management.
Kind of the
I'll just
reasons
expand
are
my
to
cult into theirs. See, we'll just merge it.
play games that we may or may not have played recently or ever. Also to have stuff online, because somebody may be looking on how do we play this game, and there's no other resources, so at least we'll have a few videos of somebody else can pop in and say, hey, this is how that works.
Mhm.
And then we'll switch to something else, go through, I don't know how many games till people are happy, or we've decided on one to pick for the next long campaign, if anything like that.
Yeah, if we happen to like one of the systems a lot, then we might be able to say, hey, I'd like to do a full campaign on that kind of thing. Is that
Yeah.
sort of the idea?
You know,
Got it.
it's basically just like, yeah, we've got all these cool systems we never get to try because, oh, we only try one system every 2.5 years. Well, what if we did it slightly faster than that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. This looks cool.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if
Mhm.
I could play 2 or 3 nights a week, that may be different, but I can't.
So,
also, 2 or 3 nights a week is like a lot.
So
I currently do 4, and it is a lot.
Yeah.
So question. Tracking our DVs is going to be interesting. Is that what the other 2 dots are for? Because I know there's a difference between dodge and parry DVs. Those are very different, right? Because
So on the main tab, I think there's .dv for dodge and MDV for mental defense.
right, but you can't change those. Like I can't change them round to round. So like,
No.
how do we adjust them? How do we know what our negatives are, basically?
Bubbles.
That's what I was asking. Okay, so that's what I was asking. We're going to use those bubbles, likely during combat. We would use them for a difference between dodge or parry, right? I would imagine.
Or if you could just remember it, hey,
Yeah,
I did this. My DV is too lower.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You already know that's not going to happen. You already know we're going to have to sit there and go, wait, what did I do?
Yeah.
What was our math?
How many
Tracking it
times
is
did I
going to
get
be
attacked?
so much easier.
All right.
I mean, some fights can be pretty easy. You're going to be fighting like, oh, I know 1v1 with this guy. He attacked me 3 times. Okay, so I have a penalty on the 3rd one. And other times, you got, oh, there are 4 people ganging up on me. Okay, I better start writing this down.
Yeah, but I noticed that there are specific charms that apply only to dodge and some that only apply to parry. That's why I said it's probably likely you're going to end up splitting the 2 during a combat and then erasing it if we're doing a mental one.
For me, it's pretty easy because I literally don't parry. So, but yeah, I feel awful.
Well, I mean, I might be largely going with resistance, which mine would be completely different, right? But it doesn't mean
I didn't even look at the resistance charms.
The resistance ones are just, hey, let me avoid taking as much damage as I can.
They let you do things like when people stab you, you simply say no.
Yeah. That's basically what it does.
In the case of an unblockable attack and a perfect defense, the defense always takes precedent.
Yeah, I saw that. That was cool.
Yeah, but you also need a critical flaw to whatever your defense is. A time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So like, you gotta have like an Achilles heel type thing.
Yeah.
So
you do.
I will show this to you. It should have popped up.
Yeah.
They might have tweaked it a little bit. I don't know.
Oh,
I'll check the errata.
But the 4 flaws of invulnerability.
Must move towards the opponent I consider most dangerous each tick. Okay.
Until your DV refreshes twice. Your DV refreshes when your tick comes up.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so that's a lot. Wow. I'm moving. Yeah.
So you're taking 2. If you use a perfect defense and to become untouchable for an attack, you got to spend your next 2 turns moving towards the greatest threat.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that's a pretty hefty penalty.
What does the conviction one mean? Am I cool? Oh, okay, I see.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. That's great.
Okay,
I love
interesting.
It fails. If I am not doing something that I'm convicted on, it just fails. It's great. I love this one.
Oh my god, the temperance one is hilarious.
Oh yeah, you just can't do anything.
You just can't walk. You must stand perfectly still and let them try to hit you and fail.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can still beat the shit out of them. You just can't
only use this charm when in the presence of someone or something they care about. So you can't use yours unless you are in the presence of something or someone you care about. If you care about none of them, then too bad. Very much like mine. It's an all or nothing. You either can use it or you can't.
Yep.
I feel like the balancing reasons it's got to be like, something more
Well, it's
interesting.
literally
Otherwise,
ignores the
compassion
damage.
is just, you know.
Right. Yeah, the invulnerability charms ignore damage, period. It means you automatically parry, you automatically dodge, or you automatically resist every bit of the damage. Regardless of how much it was or how hard they hit you, you just say, no, it didn't happen. Which is why
Yeah.
they're invulnerability ones, which is why
Oh,
these negatives exist.
the conviction
Yeah,
charm has been
definitely.
replaced.
Oh,
Oh.
what is it?
Conviction flaw. Charms carrying this flaw do not function when the character has taken some action during the scene that is contrary to her motivation. If, during the scene, she has acted against any intimacy or a virtue she has at rated 3+, then charms with this flaw add +3 mote surcharge to their activation cost.
Oh, so it just becomes more expensive.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's an interesting
So
change.
if you've done anything to make the dawn or the solar exalted look bad in the eyes of people during the scene, then you can't
Then
use it, or you
that's,
think then it costs twice as much. Yeah.
I
So
love it. It's perfect.
anything against your motivation, the charm does not work.
Right, which
But
is don't make us look bad.
Which is
any
I mean you're
yeah,
trying to make us be famous and everyone love us again. So
Right. It's great. I
and
love this
anything
idea.
against an intimacy or a 3+ virtue, then it's just more expensive.
So
Oh,
for
okay,
Flow
right,
Like
right.
Blood,
So
can
yeah,
somebody
so if it's
explain to me
against
why
my
this is good?
motivation, it doesn't work. But if it's against an intimacy, it's more expensive. Okay.
sorry, what did you say, Alex?
The Flow Like Blood. Like, why is this
Oh, yeah,
good?
yeah.
It's a Dodge
So
5, Essence 3. Like, this is super expensive.
So
What
what
page
that
is it
means,
on?
so I will say one of the biggest ways your dodge defense can get run down, it is not difficult to do a for a single character to do a flurry of like 3 attacks. And each one of those will knock in your defense 1 point, 1 point, 1 point each time they swing for that round. And then someone else runs up to you and does a flurry of attacks. And all of a sudden, you don't have a defense value anymore, and you're soaking all these hits. Flow Like Blood says that just doesn't happen. Your defense value never goes down; it always stays at its
Oh,
Yeah, it never
for the
reduces.
entire
cool.
scene.
Right.
So it just negates the key weakness of Dodge. Got it. That makes a lot of sense.
I mean, that also applies to parry, any defense value except soak.
Right.
Soak doesn't care how many times you got hit; it's always the same soak. But yeah, parry and dodge, like the ways that if you got someone who's really hard to hit, the best way to weaken that is just send so many attacks and they can't dodge all of them. And if they flow like blood, fuck.
I'm just Neo. Okay.
Yeah,
Got
you
it.
are. Yeah, it's like you're
Yes.
just dodging every single thing, and it doesn't matter how many times they send things at you. You're going to be just as good at dodging each and every one of them.
Sweet. All right. I like it.
Yeah, but it also requires 7 shadow
is-
evasion, reflex step technique.
Watch your
You
requirements.
need 4 charms in order to get there. You need 5 in dodge. You need 3 in essence. You need to spend a willpower and 5 modes to activate it. But it is very good.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to do all that, but I mean, I need some defense. I don't have weapons. Gotta do something about that.
So
I will tell
wait,
you what I am taking for my defenses is Shadow over Water and 7 Shadow Evasion, and just like I'm gonna work with those for now.
I mean, they're both very powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, I think those 2 will give me enough defense to start out with, and I might pick up the other ones later.
yeah, and keep in mind,
Yeah.
you could literally start with just a couple of minor the dodge ones and use the excellency thing to add more dice to it. So it's not you don't have to go crazy.
Oh yeah, there's also you can use the excellencies to add to your defenses as well. Basically, like either every 2 dice for every success you would add to to dodge, you increase your defense value by 1 per that attack. So if you have first dodge excellency, you can just go ahead and spend like 4 motes and get +2 dodge to screw you don't hit me.
Right. If you don't get yourself if you're not expecting to be in the front line, the whole like idea of you getting attacked by multiple enemies is unlikely.
Well, I
And
am
it's more like
expected to be in the
my
front line,
character.
though.
Wait, what? If you have nothing to attack with, why are you in the front line? Am I confused? You said thrown.
Well, doesn't
was
my
the
character
only...
have the thing where they like rush into headlong battle and like?
Oh, right. Wait. Hold on. Wait, hold on. What are you? What
are
you
you
using
sure
as a
you don't want
weapon
to take
here?
something other than throwing with this guy?
Yeah, like you probably want to do melee if you're rushing into battle. Okay, you're going down,
martial
even if
arts
you're
or something.
bonking them on the head with like staffs or something, like because your bludgeoning isn't likely to kill them. It's just going to knock them out. You're not
Yeah,
doing
I'm not
lethal
trying to kill
damage.
people.
Yeah,
Huh?
so you could in that case, you could totally go for either unarmed combat, for
that
like
is
martial
true.
arts or just blunt weapons. There are several like non-lethal weapons, I think.
Okay.
Um,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
I
good
think
to know.
unarmed would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, you could just do martial arts unarmed, and you can like do some crazy things like flipping them off, flipping or moving them around you and grabbing them, holding them, things like that. You could do fun, interesting stuff with that.
Oh yeah, but also from what I was saying, like Shadow Over Water is kind of like the discount one use version of Flow Like Blood, because it ignores your penalties to the penalties you're taking on one dodge roll. So if you're getting flurried, then maybe use that against like the last attack or something like that to just ignore the damage.
When your dodge gets so bad that it's highly unlikely that it's going to do any good.
Mm-hmm. So like Shadow Over Water is kind of like it's good enough, and then if later on if you want to invest, then you can get Flow Like Blood, and that's like, oh, I never have to pay for Shadow Over Water again. I just have it always on.
Yeah. Yeah. Flow Like Blood is definitely useful if you're going through a mass of enemies kind of thing, and just like right in the middle of them.
That's you get that and Iron Whirlwind, and you can fight an entire army.
Yeah. That was actually one of my builds when I was designing the dancer, which makes a lot of sense. So get right in the middle of everything and just start whacking everybody. It's amazing. Yeah, I was trying to look at the martial arts stuff, and I just don't know. I don't know if I'm happy with it. Like, I don't know if I can get that to work with what I want to do. Because it really feels like here's my issue. It says that there are weapons associated with martial arts, but almost all the martial arts don't really clarify anything about weapons. They just basically go, you might have weapons, but this all is like, it really feels like it's just designed for your fists. Like, it's just such a weird design. I think that's partly my issue.
Take a look at this. Oh right, yeah, the martial arts.
They're at the bottom.
You need the supernatural martial arts 240. Okay, yeah, it's a whole other section for supernatural martial arts.
Right. So they have two types.
Snake and Solar Hero, yeah.
And they both it's like hey, they talk about weapons, but at the same time it's like it really feels like this is just like, nah, you don't really using weapons, so it's fine. It's like, it's so weird. Things like hammer on the iron technique is okay. That gives you like extra attacks, basically. That's kind of cool.
Where the heck is martial arts?
It's basically below all the other terms.
Yeah, it's in the supernatural martial arts section, not in the martial arts section.
240 or something?
The bookmark has a martial arts section that does not go near martial arts.
Yeah, it's 240.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's because it briefly describes it at the top of melee. Or at the top of melee or whatever. But then it's like, oh, by the way, of martial arts, like where martial arts is. But it basically only gives a little tiny, clip. And it's like, by the way, we're just going to move this to the bottom of the book. It's so weird.
So striking Cobra, it makes it more likely that you will attack first or earlier. Serpentine Evasion is a reflexive
parry dodge bonus.
Snake form increases your soak.
Mm-hmm.
Also gives them, subtracts your essence from their attack dice pool.
Yeah, the snake form is actually pretty cool for a defensive technique.
Oh, Solar Hero form is very snazzy.
Yeah, Solar Hero form is definitely snazzy.
Count the successes of unarmed martial arts twice for the purpose of determining damage. Okay, yeah. And that lasts a whole scene.
Yeah, I realized short round didn't throw anything, so I kind of have to go martial arts.
Yeah, because he does kind of kick people sometimes and things like that.
Yeah, he's got like karate and stuff.
Yeah, it fits for him.
Well, you want a heaven thunder hammer so you can just toss people like 5 yards back when you punch them.
It's always fun.
That sounds goofy.
It's great for him though.
Ah,
Oh,
stunning
knockout
blow.
Like a lot of these enhance their unarmed strikes, but does the weapons count as unarmed strikes? Like this is where it gets weird. It's like, does it mean I actually have to punch people to get some of these benefits?
What? Well, give me an example here so I can look.
Like, let's see. It's that one. The armor penetrating fang strike. It specifically says that this charm enhances an unarmed martial arts attack. So
I think
this basically would be useless with a weapon.
Yeah, I think some of them can be used with weapons, with or without weapons, and some of them are simply for unarmed.
Right. It feels
Let
like
me.
obviously the defensive ones make sense, but I mean, which one? Am I missing something? Have I seen anything that actually goes for approves any kind of weapon?
So for this, we go to equipment.
Yeah, Essence Venom
I
Strike.
mean,
knockout blow
you can do
looks
Essence
cool.
Venom Strike with nothing there says unarmed.
Well,
Oh, no, it does say unarmed. Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's
Mhm.
see.
Now, some of them give you like a flurry, which obviously can probably be used, right? Maybe there is
Yeah,
flurry.
striking serpent speed seems fine.
Right. I think that's probably the only one I've seen. Essex Fang. Wait, charm giving exalted makes unarmed martial arts. Yep. So that one doesn't work either. Yep. All right. Let me look at the hero style. Maybe the solar hero style has something that fits into this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the question is do the weapons count as an unarmed martial arts attack? And if that's the case, how is that applicable?
Okay, so my flaw is foolhardy contempt. That means I challenge them, right? Does that mean I charge into battle or no?
I mean, a challenge, I think it's just based on you challenging them to like sort of a one-on-one duel.
Okay, I can do that.
I don't think it affects how you fight necessarily, but
Oh, okay. Read the starting of the snake style. The form weapons for the snake style are hook swords and the 7-section staff. The snake style charms treat attacks and blocks with these weapons as unarmed attacks and blocks.
so they do treat him. Oh, okay. I misunderstood that. Oh, okay.
Specific weapons for each style. Yes.
So the question is how does the chain work? It basically says I can't use a specific part of the chain without having martial arts, but I don't think it's
Let's
listed in
see.
any other martial arts. Does this
Yeah,
one
it's
call
probably
chain?
something like that. It's probably in another book somewhere.
Are there other martial arts styles that I'm missing?
So
I
a
mean, yeah, there are like
clinch,
different books.
CNP.
Like there are a couple of the martial arts that mention clinching. Like I caught, but it's like okay. I think the clenching is in the solar hero style. I don't remember it in the snake one. Maybe there was one, but I don't remember it in there. I think there was one in the whole solar hero style one. There it is. Yeah, the dragon coil technique. The charm makes a clench crush damage lethal. Cool. Also adds the solar's essence to dice pool to inflict and maintain and control a clench. So it requires the Fist of Iron technique, which is fine. So it's only like 2 steps, which is fine. Like this one isn't terrible because it's like even if I have to take it, just it does require martial arts 3 though. It's like it's expensive for this, especially if it's like, am I only going to use this one? Just to get the clinch of a weapon. I mean, it's fine if I don't use the clinch. Like it's fine. It just thought it was weird. It's like only one ability uses it that I found so far.
Yeah, let me see if I can find something else here.
Because clinch is basically like a grab and almost like a choking action from what I can tell, right? It's like because it's doing damage as well. So you're basically choking them with the chain around their neck or whatever, right? No, or something like that. That's sort of the idea that I got. But I mean let's see.
Okay, I found something here. So what weapon was it you're using? A chain?
Yeah, the chain. Mm-hmm.
Ebon Shadow.
I mean, I suppose because this says the hero style uses the Cestus fighting gauntlets, katars, tiger claws, pranksters, Cestus in it. Improvised weapons. Does it count as an improvised weapon? I suppose, but. And wait, so I don't. I could, as long as I have like a point. Does that mean like I have to use? If I were to use the clinch, I would be use like I don't think it means I have to learn supernatural to use a supernatural martial arts to use the clinch, right? I imagine that but I would be using I would be using my
No.
martial arts die to attack if I'm going to use
Yeah.
clinch.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that which is fine.
You use like the normal clinch action and combat section thing, what you call it. It just
Right.
the charms. The charms would require a fighting style that uses that.
Right. So I would have one attack that would just be more normal bashing attack kind of thing, and then I could just, if I'm not using any of the charms, I could just have a couple of points in a point or two in martial arts simply to be able to use this if I wanted to use it.
No, I mean like your attack with it's a martial arts weapon, so if you attack with the weapon, it's a martial arts dice, right?
Well, it says I can use martial arts or
melee.
Right. But
Yeah,
if I'm
martial arts
going to
or
use the
melee, yeah.
clinch, I need martial arts, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
so I
believe
mean,
is what it said.
So just ignore melee, yeah, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like in order to use the clinch, I would whenever I'm using clinch, I'd be doing, instead of
Yeah.
using melee, I'd be doing martial arts combined, right? And then if I'm just using it for attacking, then I would use my melee kind of
Well,
thing. If I wanted to split it.
you could use martial arts for that too, and then you don't need two different skills.
Well, yes, but that's only if I don't want. But remember, I do want some of the melee charms.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you want to use
Right.
melee charms. Yeah.
Right.
Then
Yeah.
you need both.
Because I'm not really
Okay.
thrilled with a lot of these charms for these. Like, I don't know if they fit really my character, but maybe. So like the only one that gives you a bonus on it is the solar hero style, which is the dragon coil technique, which isn't bad. I mean, it's like the charm. Yeah, you basically makes your crush damage lethal. So I'm doing lethal damage as I'm choking them to death instead of bludgeoning damage. or whatever, not bludgeoning. That B is going to throw me off. Bashing. Like, I can see some of these working okay. I just don't know if I'd have enough to make it a focus, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like, personally, I'd almost prefer the snake style for the character over the other one. It just means I don't get the bonus. I wouldn't get the bonus for the clenching, which I'm not that like. I just like to have access to it in case I want it, not that I would focus on it.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right. So clinching
yeah.
is grappling.
Right.
It requires grapple attack using strength or dexterity plus martial arts. Maneuver has a speed 6, accuracy 0, rate of 1, unless there's something specific for the weapon. It can be dodged or parried normally, inflicts no damage if it hits. Can be part of a flurry. It is possible to try holding 2 or more opponents once by repeatedly flurrying with every new clinch roll. See page 370. If the attack does not hit, the attacker's ineffectual pawing accomplishes nothing. If the attacker hits, he seizes the opponent in a clinch and controls it. The victim's action shifts immediately to inactive. The aggressor may do any of the following tasks with that control: break hold, crush, hold. Looks like those 3.
So crush, I'm assuming, is the one that does damage.
You inflict bashing damage equal to strength plus the remaining successes on clinch roll. It is a piercing attack.
So in this case, I would be using the dice of the dire chain instead, right? Because that's what I'm actually clinching with, which is 6. It looks like, because it's got two damage options, which I'm assuming one is when it's clinched. Is it because it literally has the C next to it, right?
I think so.
So the +1 accuracy is when I'm trying to clinch with it, right? And then the damage would be the crushing.
Yeah, looks like it.
So I get bonus damage from crushing with this particular weapon is basically what it says.
When multiple opponents dogpile onto a single victim, handle the action as limited teamwork, with each helper adding bonus die to the lead aggressor's clinch roll.
That's it, like a whole bunch of people are holding them down, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So clinching unarmed is just strength or dexterity plus martial arts. They defend normally. And if you, let's see, once you hit, you may do any of the following. So if you hit and you had 4 extra successes remaining over, you do strength plus 4 bashing damage. With the weapon, it would be whatever the weapon rating is.
Bashing damage?
Yep, strength plus the weapon rating, bashing damage,
Well,
plus
in
any
this case,
leftover successes from the attack.
but in this case, the chain actually has like its own bashing for clinching damage. It's got its own number for that. Like, even if I look at the regular fighting chain, which is the non-magical version of it, it's got 4 normally a +6 damage, and this is a +4 for the clinching. So it has a secondary damage for the clinching, meaning it's basically designed to do clinching extra better damage when clinching, or at least
Right.
than your normal. Okay.
But it's also minimum of 2.
Right.
Yeah, the way I'm reading it is if you successfully hit with the clinch attack, you would normally do strength damage plus extra successes. With this, you do strength damage plus extra successes plus the damage of the weapon
Right. So it's pretty significant, actually.
to a minimum of 2. If for whatever reason their soak is high, because they do still get to soak bashing damage.
Right. They still soak it. Right. Correct. They can't. You can't really do much about dodging, but they can soak it. Oh, here's the thing.
I think.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look through and see if where direction I want to go in, using that to do. I mean, it's a really effective way to handle it, but or to deal with certain enemies. Basically grabbing them and choking them to death. Very effective way to handle it, but I don't know if I would want. I'll have to look at it.
But if you're going to go with that, or the more like melee weapon style of using the
Yeah. I'd have to look at how I can envision each of these. Like I had when I was looking through the melee, I could see it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? With the dancer, which I don't know if I can with these. It just the feel of it feels very, very different. But maybe. Like I just have to look at it again and stuff. But are these the only two martial arts styles? Just
Yes.
out of curiosity, they are. Okay. Just
There
making sure.
might be more in a splat book, but I'm not going to deal with that for this.
Fair enough. No, that makes sense. So, yeah. So, like, one of them is the Solar Hero form actually has something that improves that particular ability. I don't believe I saw anything for the snake style in that. So there's no grabbing for the snake style. The snake style is not into that.
I just realized it's almost 1 a.m, so I'm going to head to bed. And
I'm
I'll see you
going
Oh my
guys.
gosh, it is
You
1
bet.
a.m. I had no
end
idea.
of the stream. We'll probably have
Bye.
to revisit this for Gunther 2.
Well, yeah, we can basically finish up characters and stuff like that.
And if there's anything that needs to be looked up, type it in so I can search for it. Without the Control F, it might be difficult to do it on the fly, so I will look through it and take notes.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Other than that, good night.
Yep. Good night.